Hey, fam, I've been singing Ooh La La for actually midway through that game, and ever since then, singing Ooh La La. Waking up in the middle of the night singing Ooh La La, yeah, yeah. And not because of just winning the game, but the return of the 49ers, as we remembered from 3 weeks prior to this week. It was really getting to me. I was going to the doctor, asking the doctor, doctor, the headache is starting to hurt so bad every time I watch the 49ers. I'm feeling this pain. And all the doctor says, well, stop watching the 49ers. What? Fam, it was such a delight. It reminded me of WWE No Mercy. Oh my God, it was such a joy. To relive it. Think about everything that happened in that game. There was so much comedy in that game developing in that kind of a beating. It was like, instead of live from New York, it's Saturday. It was live from Jacksonville. It's Sunday afternoon. The antics around the game were hilarious. That episode that Trent Williams talked about, yeah, I've never seen nothing like that. But I'm coming down the hill, and yeah, he turned around and ran to keep me from blocking him. George Kittle walking into the end zone. Boom. When's the last time anybody walked into the end zone? Oh, entertainment is back with the 49ers and winning ways. But the 49ers, man, I tell you, fam, that thundered to a 6-3 record at the Jaguars' pain-filled expense. Niners' complete demolition of the Jags prompted a lot of witnesses, including myself, to think that Jacksonville maybe just wasn't that good. The fact that the Jags had won 5 straight apparently didn't impress the 49ers, not even a little bit. They went in there and disrespected them like nobody else has this year. You ever see that other comedy clip? Fred talks a lot of trash I can see right now. I wish they keep a mic on him all the time. Fred's standing back and I guess within earshot of Trevor Lawrence. They don't know what they're doing. Trevor, yeah, you're right. We don't. Trevor, hang in there, babe. You'll make it. The fact that the Jags have won 5 straight, I should say, fam, the 49ers did not give a rat's butt. The Jags were beaten brutally on both sides of the ball. All the way to a pulp. To the phones we go for your take on a win by the Niners over the Jags. It could cause jumping to a red and gold conclusion. Everybody's been talking about it. I'm not going to say it. You can say it. I won't say it. I just won't. Oh, but I might start in a couple of weeks. Well, let's discuss what just happened, though, fam. Niners beat the Jags in such a dominating fashion this Sunday, and the grades reflect that fact. Brock Purdy had an outstanding showing, completing 19 of 26 pass attempts for 296 yards and 3 TDs. Fam, people are still saying, though, hey, tell me about him is elite. What is it that y'all be talking about? I'm not answering your question. I've been confronted with this, because I'm telling you right now, the numbers are the numbers. I don't care what you think about him, how he dresses, what he does, how he talks. The fact of the matter is the numbers are right there. Read them and shut up. Skip Bayless, right? Don't watch him, fam. Don't watch him. I'm going to stop because Skip Bayless says, and they were working him, Rich, and I always forget his name. But anyway, yeah, Skip, who would you take between Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy? And Skip had to hesitate and had to say some other things. And they got mad at him. Bro, just answer the question, Skip. And Skip wouldn't do it, right? He finally got, I'd take Dak. And okay, then they tore him up. He says, okay, and maybe, honestly, I have mixed emotions about that, but I do know in Kyle Shanahan's system, I don't know what Dak will look like in Shanahan's system, but I do know what Brock looks like in it. And my God, as long as he's not pressured to death, and by the way, let us not get carried away with the fact that he can't work under pressure. We have played some of the top blitzing teams in the NFL over the past few weeks. And in fact, I'm starting to think they've trained Brock now to the point, keep blitzing him. Just keep blitzing him. Brock had an outstanding showing, completing 19 of 26 pass attempts for 296 yards. 3 TDs, but that doesn't tell the whole story. The best part of it was Coach Shanahan was not amused by Mrs. Purdy's baby boy's first TD. Everybody's seen that by now. That is hilarious. Did you see Kyle's face when he was saying that? One of the worst decisions. I'm trying to get the Kyle face. It looks like he stretched his face out when he's talking to the microphone. He's all red. One of the worst decisions in his NFL career. Hey, you know what's so funny? Because I was sitting here, and I might have been wrong. No, I was probably wrong. Remember he threw that touchdown in the back, and you got two Jags here. You got George Kittle. They got George Kittle buried under their hands, and for some reason, out of nowhere, there's Brandon Ayuk standing behind all that madness in front of him. Yeah, I'll take this. Brock Purdy walked out to feel like it was no big deal. I'm sitting there thinking he did that on purpose, y'all, because everything looked so normal, natural, other than the fact that it was just ridiculous to place ball. And I mean, it got right in there at the right place. Hits Ayuk all in the chest. How he sailed that ball over 2 defenders and George Kittle into the hands of Ayuk is just splendid. Amazing. I don't know if we'll ever see it again. But Coach Shanahan, he won't, but don't do that again. That shot went in. Most of B. Purdy's performance was notable in a positive way, though, on this day. Purdy's 91.7 overall score. That's a career high for Brock, and partly a result of efficiency with his deep passes. Purdy completed all 6 of his attempts of 20 or more yards downfield for 163 yards. It's over half of what he did, fam. People always go, man, you don't want to push the ball downfield. You know, I've always had an argument. Anyway, 3 TDs and a perfect passer rating of 158.3. 66.7% completion rate, 20 completions on 30 attempts. On passing 20 or more yards more this season is a league high. What makes you guys think Brock Purdy's going to be able to take you to the Super Bowl? What do you see in him? I'm going to start just hitting people with numbers. Stop arguing. Hey, fam, stop arguing with people. Show them the numbers and walk away. Just walk away. Among his 20 completions, ranked 3rd amongst all quarterbacks. Booyah! Let's go to the defense. You know what? The Niners, on the defensive side, they forced more takeaways than the Jags had points on the scoreboard. It was a group effort, though, on all 3 levels that can be seen in the grades of the offense. Let's jump right back. I want to get on the defense so bad. I can't wait. Let me run it down through really quick. George Kittle. Let's give him some love. Got to give him some love. 84.8 for George Kittle on his day. All the 3 of his 4 great targets for 160 yards and a walk. George, you just cannot shame and take people's face like that, George. Run into the end zone, guys. Don't respect people in their own house. Kittle currently is averaging a career high. It's 16 yards per catch on the season. The average depth of target for Kittle on Sunday was 19.5. Christian McCaffrey, 84.4. But C. McCeedon scored a touchdown for his 18th consecutive game. People were breaking out crying. Flags were flowing at half-mast. It was just a terrible thing. He didn't care. Never mind that anyway. The man was very efficient in the run and pass game, registering 16 carries for 95 yards, including 4 rushes of 10 yards or more and 5.9 yards per carry average, which is the second highest of the season. Christian, please tell me that you took Trent Williams, the best surf and turf. As a matter of fact, maybe you should have took the entire offensive line out to eat. And if they wanted to order seconds, especially the big linemen on desserts, Christian, I hope you paid for it, man, because those guys paved the way, unlike it's been going on for the last 3 weeks prior to this game. Hey, fam, listen. John Feliciano, in his first start of the 49ers offense, received the highest grade of any 49ers guard this season, only allowing 1 pressure. The Jags have people that can rush you, fam. If John held his own like that, Kyle, I don't know, man. I understand cultivating the rookies and getting them up to speed. I got to give some thought to this, fam. Don Feliciano maybe shouldn't be sitting down. Now, I like the fact he's over there playing the Brunskill role, but I don't know, fam. Trent Williams had a 71.1 overall, 57.3 pass blocking, 2 hits, 2 hurries. Left guard John Feliciano has a 81.7 overall, 81.2 pass blocking, 1 hurry. That was it. And on a team that blitzed as much as they did, 1 hurry. Jake Brindle, 74.1 overall, 83.1 pass. So he actually, Jake said no pressure today since you guys talked about me badly last week, and we did, Jake. Right guard Spencer Burford, 72.6 overall, 75.6 pass blocking. Also, Burford didn't allow no pressure. So when that's going on and you got Feliciano sitting down, but Burford's doing all right. You can't replace him. I don't know what he'd look like at tackle, though, because McKivitz struggled. 55.5 overall, 55.7 pass blocking, 1 hit, 3 hurries. He may have been hurt. I don't know at what point in the game he got hurt, but he's down right now. I don't know if he'll be back this weekend. So, there's an asterisk about by McCaffrey's name was responsible for 1 hurry. Did you ever see McCaffrey playing defense? Maybe it's a typo. Yeah. Let's quickly talk about the D. Get you on his phone, fam. Nicky Bosa. 93.6. Cheryl Bosa's boy got a 93.6. Earned his highest grade of the season with 93.6, which is the 4th time he has received a grade of 90 or higher. Nick is tied with the Brown star Miles Killaman Garrett as the highest graded edge defender so far this season with a 92.9 average grade. Bosa leads the NFL with 16 quarterback hits, so he's all by himself, 5 more than any other defender in the league. And people's whining about, why are we paying Nick Bosa all this money? He ain't doing a damn thing. You know what? When somebody starts in like with that, tell them to read some manual or some material on some of the things that defensive linemen are judged on besides the sacks, okay? Because a lot of people are confused about that. Granted, we all want to see Nick get sacks, but he's still out there causing a lot of disruption, and that hurries and things like that, and consistently put up. The quarterback is struggling. He's straining. It's giving him. Ask Trevor Lawrence. 5 INTs. Are you serious? How many INTs? No, five sacks. How many INTs though? At least 2. Anyway, Nick registered 2 sacks, 1 hit, which forced an INT, 1 hurry, and a forced fumble. Javon Hargrave, 89.6. Hargrave received an 82 pass rush grade for recording 1 sack, 1 hit, 2 hurries, 3 run stops. His 90.3 pass rush grade on the year ranks behind only Giants' Dexter Lawrence. And the scams, that man amongst men, Aaron Donald among interior defenders. See, we were crying about his salary too, huh? I'll never do that again. I wasn't doing it anyway. I was just hoping he'd go ahead and measure up to what he was expected to do. But crying about how these guys get paid, they could be killed on any given moment out there on the field. It's just a fact. You don't need to be crying about how much they're getting paid. The rest of the D-line, no. Oh, that news, dude. It's Mrs. Young's baby boy, Chase. He had a 60.7 overall, 63-point pass with 1 sack, 1 hit, 2 hurries. Let him get acclimated. Chase is out there learning how to dance. He's got to learn how to come out of the tunnel first, come out on the field and get crazy. He's working with his mentor and his leader, his main man, Nick Bosa. He'll be all right. He caused, in fact, Cleveland Farrell, 50.2 overall, 57.3 pass rush. Eric Armstead, 64.5 will not do, my man. You got to do better. I know that the dude kicks you in the leg, busted you in the knee and everything else, but I need to see better. 58.7 pass rush. He had a sack. Fred Warner. My God. Fred Warner. Fred had a hit. Diablo Lenore had 1 hurry. But Fred Warner, he had a 90 on the day. Warner was making plays, fam. I thought he could leap off the screen and right off into the show. I'm telling you right now, Fred Warner he lost his mind. After wifey told him what happened to baby, Fred's a man on a mission now, I guess. Fred registered 7 tackles, 4 solo. Fred wouldn't hunt him down, he didn't wait for anybody else. A pass breakup and an INT. The Jags couldn't do a damn thing with Fred all day. That's the Fred I remember. Remember every week I say, guys, who give a yay ball to besides Fred Warner? The one that occurred on his single blitz attempt, Ambry Thomas. Oh, God. Thank you so much for bringing Ambry Thomas back. And I don't know how long it's going to last. That's the only thing. Because Ambry Thomas, 81.3, he allowed 2 catches on 3 targets for 14 yards after forcing an incompletion. Thomas also forced a fumble that he recovered and would have returned for a touchdown had it not been called back because of that stupid penalty. Fam, Ambry, he looked like, okay, they're depending on me now. He came out and he played. I was delighted. If he could just build upon what he just did this past Sunday. Ambry, come on, man. I know you can play. Come on. I know he can play. I realized that first year when he came out and did what he did. Mentally, though, he's very delicate, I think. He may need a shrink. Because Trevor Lawrence, with his hair blowing in the wind, was only able to complete 3 of his 9 attempts of 76 yards, an INT on throws of 10 yards or more downfield. Fam, let me ask you this as you come to the phone about the Niners' date. What was the reason for such an epic jump performance from the Niners' defense? Was it because the team's backs were up against the wall? Was it the way overworked relocating of Coach Wilkes to the sidelines? Now, everybody's going on and on about that and making that pretty much what was the cause of all that. I don't think so. Not entirely. Somewhat. Did Chase Young energize the Niners defense? Oh, I knew that was going to be the case. Here's what Javon Hargrave said about that. Quote, Chase is great talent. Everybody knows about him in the league, so he just added another dimension to our team to help us get better. And we was a little fed up. We just felt it. That bye was a good time for us just to get away and kind of get our minds right. But when we got back in the building, everybody just felt it. It was just time. As Vader would say, it's time. It's time. I think it's how it was from the first snap of the game to the last. Everybody was just hungry. I feel like that's going to be the mindset from here on out. Booyah! Let's go! That defense. See, because this team, here's the thing, fam. We have an offense. It's respectable. It's ranked. It's one of the league's best. And you're going to tell me that Niner defense is going to come back to what they once were in 2019 and on? That could especially mean this year what people call us delusional. At least I've been hearing from people that I don't really appreciate. Ronbo, man, y'all delusional, man. Y'all getting worse than the Cowboys and the Raiders, man. What? Yeah, every time y'all get in, every time the season starts, y'all go to the Super Bowl. You know what? I'll tell you right now. I ain't saying nothing about that, but I do know my team is one of the better teams in the league, and it is very possible. You got a right to say that. Ain't no Raiders and Cowboys. What the hell you talking about? Robert Salmon, 49ers defense looks better than even first 5 games. Robert, that's true. They look crazy good, didn't they? Barack O says 17 games in a row. Still doubtful. Show... Jesus H. Christ. It is time. And Big Show says, had to chime in. Wait until Brock's rookie deal is done to accurately assess him. I will. I'm just saying he looks good right now. Falling for him too early, like eating a steak uncooked. Listen, I tell you what, I like my steak. All I have to do is give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and that beef gets up and walks out of the restaurant. I like my meat with a little blood. Sorry. Vader!
What's going on, Ronbo? How you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right, man. You know, we're 6-3, you know what I'm saying? And we got Buffalo, Tampa Bay coming up. Well, I'm already counting 7-3. I don't care. I ain't scared. Vader, how you feeling? And talk to me about this defense and everything else you want to talk about regarding this win. Vader?
Well, yeah, I want to go over your question first, man.
Please do.
Way. All right. And I think it's a combination of everything, brother. I think Wilkes moving down, helping out. I see him communicating more, especially with Thomas. I think that was bringing Thomas, moving over Oliver. So didn't he move over to the inside or something where he was supposed to be?
Oliver was excused for the most part. He played some during the game.
Because they had Lenore there playing it, but they rotated in and out, but majority was Lenore. Yeah, but and I think the rest. I mean, Grant Collins, that guy is he's a character sometimes. I like the way he the way he brought back Kyle's interview. Is that we look tired and we look slow.
We did.
And we did because we were tired, because we were slow, because we were tired. And I think this bye week we got re-energized, man. And then knowing that with everything going wrong, dude, we go out and we get Chase Young, and they're all, hey, you know what? They believe in us. They're investing in this defense. They know we can get this done. They're bringing in help, man. Because you could tell on Nick's face, man, he was ecstatic,
Wasn't
and the way he played, man, and he's over there telling him, man, I'm glad you're here. This is great. You know what I mean? And bringing up
it? Like
these other
Ohio
players.
State. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
the
Ohio
great old
State,
days.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, the great old days, and it just looked like it rejuvenated the defense, and we're back to uh, we're back to the Niner groove, and on both sides of the ball. I just one of the callers that called in on Sunday, I kind of want to address that a little bit. Also, I think he made a really good point because I rewatched the most of the offensive plays, Ronbo, during the game, and I did notice, man, if we can get a stud, even half a stud like Trent on the right side,
Oh.
and we can let our receivers just be receivers instead of blockers all the time. My goodness, Ronbo. Oh my God.
Vader, you
I
bring
mean,
it up. I just want to
it would
mention this
be,
about. I
brother,
just want to say
it would
this
be
about that.
so unfair. It would be so unfair.
Yeah, because now you don't. Purdy's playing under extreme conditions and doing a good job.
Yes, sir.
What would he look like with a right tackle that wasn't allowing that turnstile to keep opening back and forth?
Exactly. Where you don't have to worry about, Wonder coming in and blocking, Riddick, what caused his injury. And it's come on, man. I mean, if we had somebody on that right side, just as half as decent as Trent, because Trent's a monster, man. He's got defenders running away from him. My goodness, he's just a monster. I mean, I can't picture another player like him on that position right now, dude. He's the freaking GOAT, bro. He's the GOAT. And he just wants to freaking win. He just wants to win, Rumble. He just wants to win. And that's what we want here. So imagine if we can keep him, get somebody else on the right side. I mean, it'd be murder. I think it would go. I mean, and then with all of our pass rushers, I'm telling you, dude, we've got a pretty good staff upstairs. We're gonna make this work money wise. We're gonna move.
They're going to be drafting somebody. Somebody's getting drafted.
Yeah, and then remember, we still got Brock on his rookie deal. You know what I mean? Come next year.
What happens, Vader? If he does too well this year and we get all the way to the promised land, there's going to be some discussions about how much he's getting paid by his agent. I'm sure. We'll see.
Oh no, we're gonna have to eat that. We all know that. We know that day's gonna come, but it isn't now, and it may not be next year. But we've got 2 solid years to make. Maybe try to put 2 in the bucket here.
Because it's really funny. Because people are still whining about Jimmy G getting paid after 5 games. But what people forget is Jimmy G and the 49ers were winning way more than they were losing when he was on the field, right? So,
Yes, sir.
in this case, with Brock, it's like there's a difference, though. Because if Brock gets there, I have a feeling he's going to finish.
Absolutely.
I think if he gets to the Super Bowl, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, and they should give us a break because we're filling other stadiums, brother. Where's that money coming from? Look at Jacksonville. Their stadium wasn't filled. Come on. I don't want to hear these fans coming out. Yeah, Steelers, we filled their stadium. They had banners that said, bang, bang, Steeler game, because they didn't even know what to call their freaking team. So stop.
Vader,
it, okay?
Did you see the stands? Though the camera panned across the stands after the game got out of hand, and there was nothing but 49er fans still there. But there was a lot. There was a lot. I said, my God.
There was a lot. And they were still selling beverages, and they were still selling items because we were there. We were contributing to their state. And they can't give us a little break and help us out a little bit and say, hey, what, this year,
contributions.
Niners, you can have an extra $40 million in the salary cap. But only you guys.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Don't make other teams donate, but just expand our cap because the fact that we're providing a lot of commerce in a lot of cities every time we play.
We got plenty of money because we're getting 10% on all merchandising. So if we expand the cap, we'll call it an even deal.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
right. That won't happen.
Vader, I guarantee you.
Rumble.
No, you're not. I guarantee you, Travis Kelce. I bet the 49ers are passing Taylor a little bit of extra cash. She's caused a huge. We'll get into that later. We
Yeah,
got to
we'll
go
get
now.
it. Yeah, that's later. But anyway, I know you got other callers, but again, I want to get shout out to all my Niner fam out there. Big Show, TNT, and then it's just crazy how these Ram fans and Raider fans, they get into the chat and all they're doing is just talking smack, and I'm just
They have.
laughing.
They're,
I know
they're,
they're and
it's
then they
free time.
watch the game with us because they want to
Yeah.
know what it feels like to win. You know what I mean?
And they're
And,
hoping we lose. Yeah.
yeah,
get
and
the
they
feelings hurt.
hoping we lose. Absolutely. But again, shout out to all my fam out there. Plus, man, hit that like, people, hit that like. Letting it go on Radio Ronbo Sports, and you have a lovely, lovely evening, Ronbo.
Thanks, Fader. Always really in love when you get in here. Talk to you later. I'm back. Be back. Yeah, I'll be back Friday. Yeah, today's already middle. Yeah. Okay. Night, Fader. And it's chill, pill, Phil. Bill. Plus, when I think Brock Purdy's going to go all the way, Brock has some legitimate weapons on both sides of the ball. Now, that's something we didn't have in 2019 or 2020. The last couple of years is when this team has matured to a level now where we have a right to think we're going to win it all. Hey, Phil, Philly.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Okay. Phil, come on in, man.
Well, Big Show still doesn't get it. I mean, Brock could walk off with a gold jacket and he'd still say he's terrible.
But he actually didn't say Brock was terrible. He just said we should be patient and wait.
Because he said he was bad.
Yeah.
And he's never going to make it as a quarterback. But yet, after 17 games, he's setting all-time records.
He is.
All-time records in quarterback rating, passer efficiency, yards per catch, yards per attempt,
Go
excuse
ahead.
me.
Go on. It's going to take you a while, but go ahead.
I mean, he leads in almost every category. Touchdowns to interception ratio. He leads that.
And people
What
got mad
more
on
do you need?
every INT he had recently. People got raging mad. Oh, has Jimmy G 2.0. What are you talking about?
Mahomes throws 3 picks against Denver, loses the game, and they're not calling for him to be benched.
Look at Josh Allen. That's a dumpster fire. Josh Allen is just
Exactly.
really questionable. Yeah, But they
Look
don't.
at Herbert. The guy never wins.
Oh, don't get me started on Herbert. My God, some of these guys are really overrated.
I mean,
But
you
Brock
go
can't get any
Mahomes,
love.
Allen, Herbert.
Oh,
You just go down the list. Lawrence, look what he did.
I was loving it.
Give me a freaking break. That pass from Brock Purdy to Kittle for a touchdown was as good a throw as any quarterback has made this year.
And last year,
Period.
too. I'm telling you.
He's thrown a few interceptions, but what quarterback doesn't? Even Joe Montana threw interceptions.
Ask Tom Brady about
Give it a
interceptions.
break.
Matt Stafford has a copyright on the word interception. So what is
No
this?
kidding.
Quarterbacks
Brock
going to
does
throw.
not get a break.
Yeah,
Period.
it's going to happen.
And you know what? Big Show's been wrong on almost everything this year.
Well, not everything, but some
Like
things.
we don't need a pass rusher. Oh, Chase Young comes in. Look what happens.
Yep.
And I was saying we need an edge rusher. We finally got one. Look out. Our team's going to explode.
And he wasn't at his best yet, Phil. Let's wait a couple more weeks when he's really feeling at home and comfy. Got him
still
all
learning
moved
the
into his new
system.
place. Yeah. I wonder if he's probably moving in
Come
with
on.
Nick until he gets his own
Look
place.
what it did for Nick.
I know.
Give us a break. I mean,
That
geez.
in itself.
You know what? The only weakness we have is the right side of the offensive line. That's it.
Nice. I was hoping McKivitz could handle it, but I'm
Other
not
than
sure.
that, but But what team doesn't have O-line problems? Not very many. I mean,
Yeah.
Philadelphia maybe.
Yeah. There's just not enough.
No O-line problems.
There's just
Kansas
not enough quality
City
O-line.
doesn't get O-line.
Yeah.
But other than that, every team has O-line problems.
It's just to what
And
degree?
we need to invest in our O-line through the draft because it's the only way you're going to get them better.
Yeah.
But Brock Purdy under pressure
Constantly.
is as good as anybody.
I mean, teams still think they should blitz him. He's already got in a season. He's now played 17 games. That's equivalent to a regular season. They're still trying to blitz him and shake him. It's not going to happen, NFL. Keep blitzing him, though. Good.
Yeah,
keep
blitzing him. Then he reads the defense and he throws to the open spot. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, that's what he does.
That is
He's
dumb.
got it between the ears.
Yeah.
He can read defenses,
Quickly, too.
and that's what Brady could do. That's what Joe Montana could do. I mean,
Phil, let me
That's
ask
the
you this, though,
difference
before you go
between-
further, though. This is why I always ask the question, oh, yeah, he hasn't got an arm. Phil, between an arm and cerebral capacity as a quarterback, which one are you going to take?
cerebral capacity for sure.
You're right. Oh, I can throw the
But
ball a
that's
mile.
why guys
So?
like Big Show doesn't understand it because cerebral capacity is out of their comprehension.
I'll take him. I'll keep Brock in a heartbeat. I don't care what anybody says. He continues to do a number on these guys. I'm going to just love it. Babyface assassin.
Ronbo,
We got
our
the
quarterback.
babyface assassin in football. It's Steph Curry in the NBA. It's Brock Purdy
Yeah, I know.
in the
He
NFL.
is. The babyface assassin. You got it. You know, and then, you know, a lot of things, everybody's saying, well, let's sign Chase Young versus Brandon Ayuk.
Oh,
Brandon Ayuk is right now is rated the number 40th receiver in the league.
I like
He's not
Brandon
going to
Ayuk.
command that big of money.
Well, phew. It's about him competing. Is this we picked up? This is fifth year option being picked up, right? So it's about.
Well, no, he's got next year under contract.
Oh,
But he may try to get a big contract, but he's not going to be able to demand it because he doesn't have the numbers.
I didn't know we had. That's right.
No.
He has the fifth year we can pick up. Brandon, listen. Well, I know what you're thinking. Here's
mean,
what to do. Give him some.
And
Give him
he's
some
going to say,
incentives.
well, I don't have the numbers because the Niners can spread it around. Yeah, that's true, but you still don't have the numbers. You're not going to get other teams throwing a bunch of cash at somebody who hasn't got the numbers.
the Giants
And
might.
so that's what
It seems they've got
down
money to
to
burn.
supply and demand. So, I mean, to sign Chase Young and Ayuk, it may be possible looking at the current cap situation. So, you know, we've got $41 million under the cap, and
Phil, I'm
we
keeping
might be
him.
able to sign both of them.
I'm keeping him just to keep. I want to keep make sure that Nick is happy. I'm shedding people like crazy. You know what? I tell you something else too, Phil. I love Jawan Jennings, but I'm starting to think like Big Show. I might be able to continue with Ronnie Bell. I need to. There's going to be some guys I really love that we might have to give up. I want Chase Young to stay on this team,
Yep.
and I want
Yeah.
Brandon
Well,
Ayuk.
You know, and Greenlaw makes $10 million next year, and he has no dead cap. So that means you can probably re-sign him, structure it so longer, and save that $10 million for next year
Oh God.
on the cap space. So,
That'll work. That'll work. Wait, Phil, we're going to get.
you know, the Niners have
We're going to have to go because we're going to talk salaries a lot between now and next season because we're already counting our Super Bowl win and how we're going to keep
not
it
only that,
together.
we got 12, still got 12 draft picks next year. So,
That's going to cost too. Well, hey, we can
You
trade
know.
some of those. All right, Phil, we got to go.
we already have.
You know, we got to go before production throws
But-
us both out of here.
All right, Ronbo, but you know
Let me see you
what?
Friday.
I think, you know, we're gonna crush Tampa Bay next week because they don't run the ball. They're last in running.
They're bad. The secondary is
and then
awful
our
too.
defensive line is just going to take off on Baker Mayfield, and it's going to be a double flag posting
All right.
with Chase Young and Nick Bosa
All right, Phil.
in the ground.
Phil, let me say goodbye.
All right,
Wait.
Ronbo.
I'll see you Friday.
Take care.
Night, fam.
All right. Later.
Later.
Bye.
And Barack, and Barack, you're right. Barack, anybody that's been watching Twitter has noticed that I have left Rudy's madness alone. Right? You notice that? 3 days now. I'm counting. I feel like I'm on the wagon. Brock O'Neill says if Brock wins the Super Bowl, Show would trade him for a first to the Vikings for Cousins and would trade Debo for a wide receiver. And Phil, only I can make fun of Phil, only Brock says the only person who's allowed to make fun of Show. D-Flow. D-Flow and Allie. Come on in, D-Flow. Allie.
Hi, Ronbo.
Hi,
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, winning in
Oh,
fine
yeah.
fashion. D-Flow, you
Yeah, that was hilarious. The fans were leaving around the third quarter.
And it still looked like a 49er game because when the camera ran across the stands, and the stands were still half full. But it was all red.
It was like 60% Niner fans at the game. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was annoying the Jaguars fans because I guess they have a chant called Duval. I'm like, what are you guys saying, Debo?
Wait, D-Flow, I just realized something. And I thought that's what you said when we talked the other day. Did you go to the game?
Yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah.
Did D-Flow just say he's going? D-Flow, we could have
That's
hooked
why
up
I
at the
said. That's
halftime. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's why I said, you know what, they're gonna win because that's every time Allie and I go, like we always win.
Well, yeah. Well, good. We got to send
Oh,
you to
yeah.
every game on the road, then. You and Allie. Leagues
Oh,
49ers
yeah.
you to pay for that.
Oh yeah.
Break it
Yeah,
down
that
for
was
me,
fun,
fam.
dude. I had Frank Gore on my layover flight. I was chopping it up with him, and he was pretty cool dude.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You also, Breezy, I had to talk with him.
Yep.
Montana. Frank's easy to talk to. He just warms up to all his fans, don't he? That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. He's cool. Yeah, he's really cool. And I told him, you know what? I told him the first, like when I talked to him, hey, is it cool if I tell you something? He's like, yeah. Why did Jim Harbaugh call timeout? And he started laughing. and he's all like, I know, right? That was a freaking touchdown. I'm like, hell yeah, it was a touchdown.
You could have told me, Frank, they could have gave
stuff.
you the ball on the 1 or 2 yard line. What was he thinking?
I did because he said Jim Harbaugh thought it was going to be a delayed game. I'm all right. I understand that. But then again, why did he pass the ball 4 fucking times in the 3 yard line? And you guys ran it down their throats. And he just had that look of disappointment like, I know.
You know?
And all this. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well, D-Flow, you know, with this game, the defense looked crazy. They came out of a bag. What did it look like live?
Defense looked good. Live, like there was a couple of plays live that I'm like, they're going 5D line. That's what I want. They had a couple of times they had 5D line, and that confused the F out of Jacksonville.
Yep.
Did not know what to do where they were going in, and the defense looked good. There was a couple of missed tackles. We got lucky on that Mooney Ward. That it wasn't like, you know, defenseless hit, you know, because I would have given him momentum.
Yeah, that hand to the face mask, right? I was worried about that too. I said, ooh, that's a flag. Mooney, man, come on, Mooney, man, every week.
Yeah, and Mooney needs to still clean up his penalties because he's still giving the offense help. You know, he has to learn how to clean those up.
And stop holding.
Other than that,
holding all the way down.
I'm glad. Yep, I'm glad. Oliver is gone.
Well,
basically, he didn't play. He's not gone. He's not gone, but he didn't play. I'm glad because he was. Yeah, because he was like, you know what? Where's the quarterback? Where's 26? All right, 26 on the field. I'm throwing it to him. You know, and other than that, like that, the defense looked good. I was never worried about the defense. I was always worried about Kyle's offense because we had all those weapons and he doesn't utilize them until on Sunday. And that's what he should be doing.
All the time.
Utilizing Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, you know, CMC. And I hate to say it, Elijah Mitchell.
That's true.
Yeah, everybody play. Elijah Mitchell should not be the number 2 back because he's like averaging what 2 yards per carry.
He's scared.
Like this guy, yeah. Like he's not the same no more with all the injuries. Like he has to go down because Mason's been averaging what like 6 yards per carry.
Yep.
So they got to put him and put a bruiser. Yeah, you're supposed to whenever you have a duel, you want to at least you want lightning and thunder. You know, you don't want no 2 lightnings. You know, like you want to pack a punch. So they got to put in Mason or at least TDPs just so they can weaken the defense. Other than that, I just want to see what Kyle's going to do next week. Is it going to be like, all right, Juice is next week against Tampa? Is Juice going to have any balls thrown his way? Is Kittle going to have any balls thrown his way?
Oh,
and like, what is the offense going to do?
What I tell you Friday though, I told you look out for George Kittle this week. Told you.
That's what I said. I said that too. I'm like, he needs to get everybody involved because every good offensive coordinator gets their best players the ball. Yeah, they don't just go by one player, CMC.
Also, the game plan. D-Flow, you got to know. What the coach also does, and Kyle Shanahan, I think every coach in the league does it, they'll look at the weakest part of a defense. And particular, you know, you go to screens, you're going to go downfield. What are you going to do? It's going to depend largely on what they've seen from the defense. You still have to get what the defense takes. You can't force things because that's how you get yourself into trouble. They knew Kittle could exploit that defense of secondary with his size and his ability to run route. So they did that. But you're not going to see that every week. There's going to be times when they're going to go to Ayuk. CMC's
yeah,
get overworked.
You still have to incorporate it because if not, the defense is going to be what you may call it capitalizing on CMC. Right? You can't just be like, all right, Kittle, you're out of the game. All right, so they're going to be like, cool, Kittle's out of the game. We can just focus on what Debo and CMC and Ayuk. That's it.
But he'll never be out of the game. But if they know,
but usually he always has. There's been games where he only got targeted once,
and that's by design.
Yeah, by design. And look at like we're not even doing anything with him not getting targeted. You know, we're not winning games.
You know what we are doing? Though? Kittle's still going to drag a certain amount of the defense with him. That is going to free people up. There's always a method to the madness. But don't worry about George. He's going to get his. But
but I'm just also worried about incorporating other players because. Just like, you know, what the other caller said and Kyle, our players are getting tired. Why are they getting tired? You're running CMC like what? Like he's in Carolina, you know, running, 25 plays, 30 plays per game.
In fact, by the end of the season, he could be spent, and he's on pace now for 400 carries. That's
by the end of the season, he's going to be spent, and who knows if he'll even make playoffs.
Well, injuries are a problem,
too.
Like, D-Flow, our clock ran out quick. It seems. But anyway, D-Flow, we got to go. I'm going to tell you, I'll see you Friday though, and we're going to make jokes about the Tampa Bay team.
Oh yeah.
I can't get too confident. Every time I do this, we lose. Anyway.
Yeah. We just got to be humble and just focus on what needs to be done. Like the defense needs to work on their screen game. That's it.
Yeah. And got to stop the run because without stopping the run, ain't gonna be no fun. D-Flow, Allie, y'all have a great night. Appreciate you getting in there.
Good night.
Good night, Allie.
All right, Ronbo, have a good night. Let's get a little Niner shout out.
Yeah. Niner! D-Flow, Allie. Have a great night.
Good night.
All right, Ronbo, have a good night.
All right, fam. Evan.
Ronbo, what's happening?
I'm still glowing from that game, man. You know, I didn't see all that coming. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it even more fun. I had a good feeling about us winning the game, but here's a big bad Jaguars, man. They're kicking butt over the South. They got a 5-game win streak, and they're doing this, and Josh Allen's doing that, and Trevor Lawrence is doing this. Oh, man, this is going to be a rough game, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. They were lucky to get 3 points, Evan. And sum up the reasoning why.
Well, Ronbo, like I told you, I can't remember if I told you Saturday or Sunday or Friday, they're built a lot like the Cowboys.
Yep.
You know, they don't have that power back. They don't, you know, they're very, one read and shoot, throw the ball really quick. And
no dimensions.
it's just, it's all about matchups, like
we match up good against teams like that, and
Finesse teams.
I mean, that's why
they look like the Rams.
That's why I gave this. Yeah, that's why I gave the score I gave, because I knew, just watching them that we were going to be able to compete with them,
to say the least.
Yeah.
Talk to me about some of the positions out there that you really appreciated, and how did Chase Young? Did he impact that? Was that because so much is being said, made about Coach Wilkes coming down out of the booth, but I mean, that much of a difference? I mean, it looked like a whole different team. I think they were tired, but anyway, what do you think?
Yeah, Ronbo. Before I get into that, I just want to point out that the whole world is in love with C.J. Stroud. And
True.
he's been he's looking good. I'm not going to say he's not looking good, but
Yeah.
Brock Purdy didn't get the same treatment when he was doing that.
Yep.
I don't know what it is. Like, people just love to bash on the kid for whatever reason, but and even still, people are like, "Well, let's wait and see on the guy. Let's wait and see on the guy." But C.J. Stroud's been anointed already.
And I saw him in a Superman uniform on one meme. You know what? It's about the fact that everybody thinks that if you play for Kyle Shanahan as a quarterback, your life is going to be much easier than anybody else's. And so that's the advantage they give everybody else. Well, hell, what? We've had some quarterbacks that were magnificent. So come on.
Yeah,
I don't appreciate
it. It just shows you how it's just pure. They're either hating on the kid or they hate the Niners. I
know that's a lot of it too.
But yeah, I mean, Ronbo, like what your I think it was T-Flow, was he the one that just called?
Yeah.
Was saying about incorporating other players and distributing the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
If you notice the two plays that happened on the two touchdowns were broken plays, basically. So that was Brock
making those plays off schedule.
Making those plays.
Yep.
Off schedule, exactly. Ayuk and Juice weren't his first reads in those plays.
Yeah.
That was Brock making something out of nothing.
See, Kyle hates that.
To
come to the microphone and say what he said. Kyle, you could have told just Brock that. It wasn't necessary to go public with that. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, he reminds me of the coach in like Varsity Blues, where like the players ended up just like going against everything he said.
I mean, Kyle, Jesus, grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the worst decision of his career. What?
Yeah. Going back to the weakness on the right side of the line. I mean, 2 of those 3 touchdowns were Brock out of the pocket. He rolled out on that one to Juice, and he was kind of a scramble drill on that first one to Ayuk. And the one to Kittle, he was under duress. He barely, that was caving in on him. So,
all day.
Hopefully, Shanahan utilizes the bootleg or rolls him out of the pocket a little bit more, because
I'm crying about that all game long, every week. Pyle, get him out from under center. There's no protection in there. He won't do it.
Yeah. And, we look good under the plays that he scripts. Hell, script the whole game then, Kyle.
I've said that for years. First play, shoo, bam, touchdown. Wow.
Yeah, we go down and score really quick, and then it's like what does Tony like to say? He shits the bed or whatever.
Yeah, he does say that.
Yeah.
I'll never understand that. It's a phenomenon.
Yeah, but it is what it is. We're used to it by now. But
yeah.
Hopefully our guys can keep just rolling. And I wanted to ask you a couple questions before I get off. So I heard J.C. Jackson, the cornerback, the Patriots, they cut him. You think we should claim him?
No. I worry about people that Belichick is cutting. He can't afford to cut. How many games do they want this year? If he's cutting anybody, I don't know anything about that player. I'll be honest with you. But I do know if Belichick cut him, there's clearly got to be something wrong with him. I mean, do you know anything about him?
But yeah, he was pretty decent last year. He went to the Chargers for a little bit this year, and then they traded him back to the Patriots. But I don't know if you remember, Belichick has he's had history with personal like vendettas against his
I
corners
know.
for whatever reason.
Other
I remember
players.
that Super Bowl he sat. Who was it? Malcolm
Butler.
Butler.
Yeah.
The whole Super Bowl, he didn't let him play.
And got rid of him
Yeah.
immediately after that game was over.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and same with him and Gilmore had a
Yeah?
thing too. Stephon Gilmore, yeah. But yeah,
Can
I
you
just want to ask you
imagine?
about that, and then yeah, it's wild. And then the second thing I wanted to ask you that I caught some wind about was Jets potentially firing Robert Saleh. Would you want him back as a defensive coordinator?
Oh, I hate to be mean. I would take Robert Saleh back in a heartbeat. Oh my God, yes. I feel bad for Coach Wilkes, because he came in and he's a man that actually had to continue a tradition that Saleh and D'Amico started, and he was under a lot of duress. But if Robert Saleh, I can't believe they'd fire him though. I mean, look what he did to that defense. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's just a little rumbling in
I
New
heard-
York media.
I heard it as soon as that game was over, they start talking. New York's tough.
But yeah, I'm like you. I'd take him in a heartbeat and just move what's his name, Wilkes to DB coach or assistant
Yeah,
D,
we
D
could keep
coordinator
us
or something like
assistant.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Evan, we got to go, though. We're going to be able
All
to
right,
talk.
Ronbo.
I think we're going to talk about this a lot in the weeks ahead. If that rumbling continues, the Jets can't lose another game. Anyway.
Oh, they're gonna.
I know.
They will.
I see you
I mean,
Friday.
and for what it's worth, Zach Wilson, nobody's coming after him, and Purdy throws 3 picks, and everyone wants him benched. So
Thank you.
all right.
I mean, God.
It's crazy.
All right, have a great
All right,
night.
shout out to the usual gang, and you have a good night.
Thank you, fam. Yeah, I'll never understand that. Purdy needs to be benched. Reason, well, you guys got Sam Darnold over there waiting in the wings, and so okay. I know, Brock. I know. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's your night going, buddy?
Michael, I mean, it couldn't be any better. I mean, if it was, it'd be against the law. You know what I mean? This is the
Oh,
time
yeah,
I
right.
want to challenge myself to
I
not
had a
one
good
but
week.
2 large pizzas.
Oh, 2 large pizzas, some hot wings. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man. I was excited this week, man. With a blowout win. Wow.
Well, so what are some of the things
I
that
just hope we
stood
do
out
that
in your
next
mind?
week.
Who are some of the players that you want to praise after this win? I mean, that defense, the offense did what they were doing before last week.
The defense did great for holding the 3 points, and our offense just shot for 34 points. So you got to say both sides did great.
They did. But I already knew the offense could do that. The defense
gave up. Yeah.
was struggling.
Yep. Both offense and defense both get, game balls. They're great. Those that week they did great. 34 points for the offense, and the defense held up 3.
Talk about some of the players that you think initiated all that pain as far as the defense goes, and what the combinations.
Yeah.
And Fred Warner, should he be considered in line for some kind of record? Give me some individual accolades.
For what, like
players? Because we got to praise these guys.
Like Hargrave did great. I give him big praise on that one.
And he's been quiet.
Yeah.
For a couple of weeks,
Chase
he's been quiet.
Young in the lineup. Yeah, but with Chase Young now with Bosa, you wait. He's getting ready. He's just started his first game. Remember, CMC started last year with his first game with the Chiefs. So imagine.
We get these shots in the arm mid-season. It's crazy.
Yeah. And remember, he's going to be playing against his old team soon, the Redskins. That's almost the end of the year. That's going to be something. Homecoming.
I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Yep, that's almost that's probably after the bird season. That's after we hunt the birds down. Then we play the Redskins. Then we go after the Indians or the Redskins. So, yeah, and the Niners are favored 11.5 points this week in Tampa Bay, I found out.
Yeah, the Bucks their team is tailor-made for
the Bucks don't have no
Mm-hmm.
running games. I mean, I think this is the chance where the Niners could have a feast on them too. The Bucks are nothing.
And
the only one I worry about is Evans. Evans, I got to worry about.
Who?
Evans, I think. The receiver, Evans.
Also, the other wide receiver too.
Goodwin. Yep. You got to watch those 2 guys. The running. Yeah. And White, maybe the running back White.
See, I've never heard him. That just goes to tell you how well he's doing. How many yards has he got
Well,
on the
you
season?
figured like I don't know. And then the 49ers worked out a quarterback today, but he's going to practice squad guy.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it. Yeah.
I don't even know why they did that. What?
Probably just a show. I don't know. And then you know who else got cut for the Jets is the running back Carter. Would you ever think about the Niners going after him? He's an old Georgia Bulldog running back.
We got plenty of running backs, and they're not playing either, so I don't know why they add another one. But you know what? That cornerback everybody's interested in. Do you know anything about the guy the Patriots got rid of?
Patriots?
Yeah.
I wouldn't take a chance. I'm afraid there's got to be a reason why Belichick got rid of him. You know what I mean?
Not always, Michael. Bill has he has a mean streak.
He might be gone soon. Yep. They might fire him, I heard, but I don't know. There's 3 writers saying that Belichick could be gone.
Well, he shouldn't be. If anybody has earned the right to walk away from that team, it's Bill Belichick when he gets ready. I'm sorry, Patriots. You're stuck with him. He's done too much for you. 6 titles?
Maybe he'll go to Vegas. Maybe go to Vegas when Jimmy's there. Maybe go to Vegas. Because they're going to need a coach. Maybe. Depends how they do this year, the Raiders.
Yeah, because they're pretty happy with that guy that's in there now, I'm thinking.
Yeah, but, you know, are they going to keep him or they're going to just use him for, you know what I mean?
As the interim or as he real, I know. I don't know.
You know?
Davis likes big name people. Yeah. He could. Hey, Michael,
like
you know what's funny?
Like,
just a little bit off subject on this for a second. The funniest thing is, can you imagine how the Broncos just beat a team they had no business beating, right?
Yeah.
That Sean Payton's got those guys playing like they should be. Don't you think Jerry Jones thinks he could have gotten rid of his guy, McCarthy? I know he likes Payton. I love it.
You should have got the Broncos coach. McCarthy, he stinks. They should have got, you know.
He should have.
If they got the Broncos coach, maybe things would have been different.
I'm glad he didn't.
And maybe the Broncos, you know, they played last night. They could be a playoff team too to watch. They could be a sleeper. You got to watch those Broncos.
No, the defense always was pretty good. Now Russell Wilson started to look like Russell Wilson. Did you see him doing some of the things he used to do to us last night? I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
My heart jumped. There he goes. He sits there and he waits for all the defense to run it by him, and he runs for a first down.
Yep. But after we beat the Buccaneers, those Pirates, we're going bird hunting, everybody. Get your guns ready for those birds. We're going to have a feast on our hands. Thanksgiving Seahawks.
Get that extra pack buckshot. Yeah.
That's right. So, Boza and Chase, we're going to have you stuff those turkeys, baby. We're gonna stuff Mr. Geno Smith.
Thanksgiving Day. And
third game. Third game.
That's right.
Night
I don't want to hear about them being as good as the 49ers. People still try to make comparisons between the Seahawks and the 49ers. I said, stop it. No, they're not.
We're all going to be flying Eagles. We're praying to God that the Chiefs beat the Eagles so that we can get a hands up pretty soon. You know, I'm hoping that the Chiefs could beat the Eagles. That's what I'm praying for. That's next week.
I know.
That's the next primetime game, Monday night.
Oh. Ew. Oh.
So if the Niners could beat Tampa and the Chiefs can beat Philadelphia, all right, Philadelphia, you'll be one game ahead of us. We're waiting for you, baby. You're going to Philadelphia.
And we're going to be
so
Cowboy fans.
Beat them and tie it.
And we're going to be Cowboy fans when they play.
Cowboys, I'll let the Cowboys even beat them again, Eagles. Hey, Cowboys are due to beat the Eagles.
We need the Cowboys to beat them next time.
Yeah, I'll pay Texas boy to beat them.
Michael, let's see you on Friday. And
Friday for the Stars. That's perfect, Ronbo.
Yes, exactly.
All right, buddy. You have a good night. Good night, 49 for Bang Bang Niner Gang.
Yes. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, boss.
God. Aaron.
What's up, Ronbo?
Aaron, just sit back here and still basking in the glow of a victory that was just one-sided. So, you know, Aaron, the Jags apparently aren't as good as anticipated by a lot of people, right? I mean, they're not a bad team, and we're going to see whoever they play this week. I'm going to be rooting for the Jaguars to really beat hell out of whoever they're playing this week, just to make me feel good about what we just did. So, you know, so we can say things like, see, we've lost to some good teams. The Browns are a very good team. The Vikings, I can't say enough about. I won't say anything about. But the Bengals, and by the way, Aaron, what happened to the Bengals? They lost to who? Okay, this is the thing. Any given Sunday, Stroud beat him. Damn.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah. The 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 one thing I liked about the changes that the defense made was Lenore was in the slot.
Wait. Oliver. Yeah. I don't know. Let Lenore get used to it. He started out on the edge, having to work his way back into like something we could appreciate. Let's see. In a couple of weeks, keep an eye on Diamore. I like him in that slot. I like him anywhere in the field. He seems to adapt quickly.
But yeah, and also shout out to Avery Thomas. He made a good play too.
I'm proud of him. Damn right, shout out to him. Because I know he can play. Dang.
And and I think one of my favorite plays was when Brock Purdy threw to George Kittle. I mean, Purdy has a decent arm. Like, people are talking about he has a noodle arm. Like, what are they talking about?
That's the young Montana. For the young Montana, for him, there's only one quarterback worth praising on the planet, and that's Trey Lance. If it's not Trey Lance, everybody else is a bad quarterback according to him. So pay him no mind. People do say his arm's not as strong as some, but like Phil and I were talking about further, I'd rather have a quarterback with a decent arm and real good football IQ than I would a rifle for them. Because look at Josh Allen. Great arm. Josh Allen is weird. Some of the things he does just make no sense. Who else is out there with a cannon and not doing well? There's a few guys out there.
Oh,
and I'm done with
Herbert.
Herbert. Yeah, guys. I don't want to hear about Herbert anymore. People talk about Herbert for years about how great he is. Herbert has he won a playoff game yet? And he's been there a couple of times.
Nope.
I need a quarterback that's got good sense. That's what I need. So
yeah, and like he's only gonna get better because he's good at reading defense. He can scramble. So yeah,
he's got a quickness that keeps him out of danger. That getting away from people and going to make a throw, I love that about him. You think you got him? Nope. He showed you the waist and pulled it out and moved over to his right. And there's Juice. Boom! Touchdown, 49ers. I like it. I don't give it anybody says. I like it.
But yeah, like for Josh Allen, like he has a big arm, but he don't make like good decisions. Like he's not a good like he doesn't like dissect the defense, like you know what I'm talking about.
No. What he does is Allen actually believes he is one of the Avengers. Allen will throw into an area. I mean, I some people think it's a good thing. It's 50 yards down the field. There's coverage down there. And Allen has the audacity to believe, with his arrogance, and I call it arrogance sometimes, that he can thread the needle from that distance. And, Stephon Diggs' face says it all. You know what? Diggs really had enough of Josh. They had a falling out in the offseason. So, Josh has got to be – his coach, I blame them, though. They don't run the ball, and Allen thinks he's supposed to run the ball and throw it. They did that. That's why they lost. 2 INTs and Josh not – I mean, I understand that what's-his-name had a fumble issue in the beginning of the game. But you know what? He needs to run. He's a good runner. It loosens up the defense. You know what? Let them suffer. It's strange.
But yeah. So yeah. And speaking of for 49ers D line, Chase Young, man, he was bringing it Sunday.
He's gonna get better too. Let's let him hang around Samson. He just came off the East Coast a few days ago, and he's learning what we do and how we go about doing what we do. He likes the party atmosphere in the locker room, but the intense sincerity and seriousness all the time as well. He said he's never seen anything like it. Coming out of the tunnel dancing, boombox booming. Even he got involved in that boogie. I said, Chase, you're fitting right in.
Yeah, he already knows, like, this team has this vibe, like, it's different from, where he came from.
Yeah.
From
Much better
the
situation.
Commanders.
And he said it too.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go. Okay, let me see you Friday, and we're gonna keep that score ready, and let's talk about it. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Aaron. Appreciate you always. Have a great night, fam.
You too.
Thanks, Aaron. And we quickly move over to Ellis. Ellis.
Ron Bizzle.
Mm-hmm. Ellis, come on in here, man.
What's happening?
I'm still laughing about that dude that Trent was talking about. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention, what is his name, Ellis? Because you're good with names. The dude that turned around and ran away from Trent as him and Debo were coming down the field with way too much thunder. I mean, my boy got up out the street, out the way. I understand that he came over from the Rams. I said, oh, that explains that. He's seen enough of that show, and he knows how that movie ends. You stand here and wait till he gets here, you could be, you could get seriously hurt.
You be blending in with that field.
And they just water you and cut you like everybody else. Hell on the grass.
Right. That's the only spot that don't grow. That shit just gonna stay flat. What is wrong with this shit? Yeah. That's a carcass. It's a carcass in that motherfucker. Anyway. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know his name, Bo. Yeah, I usually am good with the names, but I'm not that good with no names though. So that's
this dude.
Especially if he was played on the Rams, it's
and got put out. Yeah, so
right. No, I kind of remember he was supposed to be good. He was supposed to be a good corner that they let go. He was a good corner that they let go, allegedly. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't want to become fertilizer, Ronbo. He can't be mad at him.
I wasn't, and I understand because I played that position, and I know if you can't hit him around the shoelaces, especially when they're coming down the field from that distance, they've already broke the interior. That means they got a good momentum and head of steam coming up. You can get seriously hurt doing that, boy. So
yeah, man, you eat a lot of cleats, man, playing in that secondary. So you gotta be careful.
Yep. But fam, give me some assessments on what you saw. What did you appreciate? Who you think that deserves to be recognized days after the event?
I mean, the secondary. It seemed like on all phases, the secondary. I think there was a couple of bonehead plays. There was we can't go a game. He reminds me so much of Richard Sherman, but Charvarius, he can't go a game without a PI penalty.
He's starting to piss me
off.
I mean,
too. They are. He is a damn near a mirror image of Richard.
Mm-hmm.
But
got to get a flag.
He had some good. He had a good pass breakup or two, I think, and Diamador looked good. He had they moving him over. Isaiah Oliver being out the game, it looked like our defense in the secondary was played better.
It did, didn't it?
I don't know if anybody knew. Well, I'm sure there's a couple of our faithful that knew the stat or about this, but Isaiah Oliver he's like like quarterbacks have been like 100% against him. So there's been like no pass breakups or incompletions. Like he has the highest, rated. You know what I mean? Like as far as getting passes and shit thrown on him and plays going on.
Oh, they look for him, right? Yeah. Whoever's running route,
so
just look for him. He'll be open.
It's like 100% success rate though for the quarterbacks.
That'll never do.
So it shouldn't have taken that long for them to see that, but it is what it is. I'm glad that Ambry's coming around. I'm glad that Diamador is allowing himself to show his, flexibility and be able to play more than just inside or outside. And and those were our young guys, man. And they both had their ups and downs, but I just would like to see more consistency. I know that's why Ambry, has been kind of MIA for a minute because he just has not been consistent. He has the ability to make plays and do some things, and he's got the speed and different things like that, but just the consistency has been an issue. So, but overall, Ronbo, on all three phases, I feel like this is the best that I've seen our defense all season long at all of even, our 5-0, start, even playing against the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys somebody needs to look up. I think between the Cowboys in this game, that's the lowest that we've allowed as far as yards, total yards against our defense. And I think the Jaguars were like under 250 or something like that total. And they only had 3 points. So, that was the best that our defense has played all year. And look, man, I'm not going to say that it was just Steve Wilkes coming down from the booth. Our guys played better. Our team was pissed off. We just lost 3 games. We got Chase Young back. Everybody put forth more effort than they probably had those last 3 games, and we got kind of caught with our pants down a few times. But you better believe that Steve Wilkes being on the sideline was a large contributing factor to the guys playing better, especially being that they're used to that. He should have been doing that from the beginning because, like I said, he's doing this to eventually become a head coach. So you have more success by doing what was working beforehand. If he could just, stick to that and let that be his focus, then, he'll have the success that he needs to get that opportunity to become a head coach again. But if he tries to do this other shit, then he's going to shoot himself in the foot, and eventually he's going to be looking for a job, and it's not going to be a head coaching job that he's going to get. So, you want to go up the ladder, not down.
Exactly. But Demo, I'm thinking the secondary pinched a little closer and gave a little less views. But like you said, it was Isaiah Oliver. If anybody, Isaiah could be in deep trouble because how much are we paying him? He's getting, it's not a weak salary either.
No, he's getting a little bit of change. And that's kind of, I think, what is so disappointing is that we probably figured, he's a big corner, stuff like that. We need somebody big and physical, but shit, he's physical after the play is already made. He can come and maybe, he can maybe tackle. He's made a couple of plays, thus far. But he's also he's made less plays, getting his boots lit on fire and shit more than he's been doing anything else. So it's not good for him.
The boy's name who makes business decisions is Darius Williams.
Darius Williams, that's right. Williams, damn, yeah. And he was supposed to be good. He was actually one of the best corners that the Rams had. So they were stupid for getting rid of him, but yeah. You know what that was, Ronbo?
What was it?
You know what that was, Ronbo? That was flashbacks because if he was on the Rams, it's probably happened to him before. So he went into that childlike state and. It's just turn around and run. You know what I mean? It's just it was natural.
And everybody's seen it. We gotta go. Anyway, man. I'll see you Friday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Look, man. Beautiful game, fam. We got to repeat this. We got Baker coming up this week, and we got to take it to him because Baker he gets a little streak going. You know what I'm saying? So we got to we got to make sure he don't get no kind of smoke lit, and that turns into a fire because, he got Ohio State coming, and it's going to be gruesome. So, anyway,
it can happen. Shout out to that squad too.
Shout out to.
All right.
I appreciate it, man. Shout out to the faithful, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Thank you, Ronbo, for the platform. Shout out to
my pleasure. Thank you for getting in here.
Shout out to Tony. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you for waiting for me. Did you call me already before?
No, that was the first time.
Okay, cool. All right, no, cool. Because I called in a little earlier today, so I was moving and grooving, and I was like, oh shit, I got to get on with Ronbo. Anyway,
right.
Y'all know what it is, man.
All right, there you go.
All right, fam. Peace.
Our dude Ellis. As we move over now to the logo in your screen right now, and ask that logo, what time is it?
It's time for us to say that it's still Tete Tuesday, singing ooh la, ooh la la la.
Yeah. Ooh la la. Yeah. Norm. You don't know him. You can start any number of places on that roster and pick out guys that you think were highly instrumental in that beat down. And the Jaguars, for leaving the stadium, losing face, leaving it to us to just take care of the stadium like that. Did you see, Norm, you see the camera pan across the stadium and wasn't nothing out there but red in the most of that fourth quarter? I really enjoyed that so much.
Look, okay, only reason I'm not upset that I didn't go to that game is because, it's for my son's birthday and all that. It was around and I'm not that's most important. But just the atmosphere I've seen a TikTok video where the Jaguars guy was leaving. He was like, no, this ain't Jacksonville, this ain't Florida, this is San Francisco. You see San Francisco.
We do that to a lot of people around the NFL community.
We took over. I've seen a lot of my folks. Shout out to all of my folks that's from out here. One of my homegirls, she was from LA. She went out to, or she not from LA, she from Stockton, but she live out in LA. Right. She went out to Jacksonville, and I was seeing all the pictures. I'm like, dang, I'm Florida went, man. Yeah. It was heck of fun.
You go to Tampa Bay, if you want to make that Florida shot, because
every other place I want to go on these road games be cold. Like
Baltimore. I was ready to say, nice weather at least over in the Florida area.
Yeah, it was a little overcast up, but anyway, let's talk about. And I'm so glad that. It's like I said it after the Bengals game. You feel me? When I seen Steve Wilkes up there on the booth looking like he did, I knew I wasn't the only one who said it, though. So I'm not going to say I was the first one to say it, but I know I was definitely one of the first that seen him up there and thought,
he should be downstairs.
Down there on them damn sidelines. And now everybody is singing. We got a whole choir, like I said, on Sunday. We got a whole choir singing that shit. Keep him on the sideline.
He was active, Norm. He was running around and giving high fives and carrying. I was ready to go stand there and be like he was in the booth, just standing there quietly, and a lot like Kyle. Kyle doesn't move around and get crazy unless you piss him off, like Brock did. I'll never forgive it. Kyle.
That first play, I'm like, I get it. Like I don't know what it is. He wants perfection. He's like the P. Diddy of football, bro. Like, you want perfection.
Go sit Suge Knight after you if you don't straighten up.
I'm telling you. Even though it was a touchdown, right? Even though y'all won the game. Okay.
Hey, no, same thing with that George Kittle touchdown last year. Kyle came out. It was unnecessary. Well, that was actually the wrong read, but I'm glad the results were favorable. But Juwan Jennings was pretty much his target. Kyle.
Oh, so hold on. Did you caught the press conference right after the game?
Yeah.
You know what was unnecessary was the cap that Kyle Shanahan used to explain that callback for that fumble recovery. You was kept. Oh, it was strategic. We told her, man. That was not strategic, bro. You was capping, and you was lucky enough to have the tools and the ability and the mindset to march your team down the field to score a touchdown to get that call back. That was not Cap. That was Cap.
He thinks we don't know him by now. Kyle Shanahan, he has shame. He really does. I didn't think that for a while. Oh no, come on. He does. Kyle does not like to be embarrassed.
About being out here, if you're gonna rep the Bay, you ain't got a lot of kicking. Okay, you don't have a lot of kicking.
Just
anyway.
God.
Still, though, Brock Purdy. I'm gonna talk about Purdy though, because he's already got a full. It's like he's got enough games to have a full season under his belt if you include the playoff games.
Mm-hmm. You know, and as far as I'm concerned, he didn't play in that Eagles game. So Brock Purdy's still got a clean record. Those 3 losses, I get it, but you know,
I'm talking about the yardage, like 37. This is enough games he got under his belt for a full season. 3,700 yards, 68% completion rate, 28 touchdowns, 120 rush yards, and 3 rush touchdowns. Not too shabby.
Any rookie that has that kind of record is doing pretty good. 17 games.
What good quarterback has not had a meltdown? I'll wait.
You'll be waiting a long time, Norm. I'm telling you right now, I'm so tired of people getting mad at every throw one INT. Oh, he's got to go to the bench. Stop.
Yeah, all of them, every single quarterback has had this quote unquote meltdown, which I like to call is kind of like you have a bad game. But I really think I think Purdy only had like maybe one really terrible game this year. That was against Cleveland. Even then,
Wait,
he was
be careful with that one, because we still would have won that game had Jake. Oh my God! You want me to do what? Kick the field goal, Jake. If Jake doesn't melt down, we still slide out of there with a win.
And we would have forgot all about. Okay, I won't say that was his worst game. It wasn't his best, but
no, it wasn't.
All I'm saying is that I watched Skip Bayless on last week talking about, I expect these Niners are going to lose because he's done for and blah, blah, blah. And my timeline is quiet. My timeline on Facebook been quiet all week.
Skip.
Nobody has nothing to say about it now other than eat the words that y'all was talking about us losing.
I mean, Norm, even Joy Taylor has got up off of the 49ers. And, you know, Joy don't give the 49ers no slack. I said, what? Joy said good thing. Well, they're the most top-heavy team in the league. And if they have one person missing, but when they've got everybody there, I picked him as one of the best teams in the league. Joy, you know, that's a backhanded compliment, but from you, I'll take it.
Right. You know what I'm liking the most about this guy, though? About this young guy, is not only the even distribution, because you got Juice long touchdowns. You got, there was everybody was trying to get CMC. And that's another thing. They even had enough umption to orchestrate a drive that was just this close to getting Christian McCaffrey to break that record.
So close. Damn it.
Just a tad, you know what I'm saying? Just a little show. That says a lot about y'all squad. And you know what I'm saying? We should have kept this same. I know I was a little skeptical on that little 3-game losing streak, but you know what I'm saying? It happens, y'all. It happens to the best of them.
And Norm, everybody else has got to go through that too, including the Eagles. Norm, we got to go. I'm gonna see you Friday. Can't wait to hear what you think about this score.
About what we gonna do?
Bucks.
AARP Buccaneers.
Yeah.
We're gonna put them on a retirement plan, and that's all I gotta say. It's not there all day.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the faithful, y'all.
And happy birthday to baby boy too.
Thank you. Everybody have a good night and a happy Titty Tuesday.
I like
that. Ronbo.
Good night, Norm. Hey, Bill.
Ronbo.
Bill.
I sat back and rewatched the game. I would have backed off on one of my statements, and I want to make it a teaching Tuesday.
A what?
A teaching Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
For the team, the 49er team. When your player is running down the field for a touchdown, do not step out and celebrate until they're in the end zone. That is why they took that touchdown away. I watched it. I replayed it. I watched it, replayed, rewind that over and over. And I think it was 53. I didn't get the name who that was. He went out
in the middle of Embry Thomas, I don't remember who, Aubrey or whatever, ran it in for a touchdown, and they took it away because he ran out in the field when he was almost in the end zone.
And there's 3 or 4 of them. That's so Texas League. I mean, they know better than that. I don't know what they were thinking. Well, they weren't. That's the problem.
Don't do it until they're in the end zone, because that could be a costly mistake. It wasn't, thank God. I'm not mad about it, but they need to learn that for future references. Do not run out and celebrate until they're in the end zone. Then you can do it and get a flag or whatever and get room for him to make the extra point. But do not do that.
They learned. If we'd have lost by that margin, boy, that would have been bad. Yeah, there'd have been a lot of things said about a lot of people on that.
Right. But other than that, that's one thing I wanted to bring up. Don't do that, man. Don't. That was a legit penalty.
Yeah.
I'm taking it back. That was a legit penalty that was on our team, and they don't need to do that and celebrate. But other than that, they were throwing some flags that was unnecessary, crazy, and dumb, but we still whipped them. I'm still happy. They got the touchdown. I ain't worried about the Bucks. I ain't worried about the Sea Chickens, but this Sunday, Rudy, you better be happy. Your Rams better beat the Sea Chickens. That's all I got to say.
Wait, they play again this weekend?
Yeah.
You know what? They're not going to beat them. The Rams, I think they're going to quit soon because they can see right now they're not going anywhere. 3-6. By the way,
Jags got the Titans. They're going to whip the Titans back.
Wait. Did you say Dallas has the Titans?
Jaguars got the Titans.
Oh yeah. I'm done. I'm done even thinking about the Jaguars. I wish them luck though. They provided more comedy than any other game we played this year. Trevor Lawrence, when Fred yelled over, they don't know what they're doing. Trevor says back to him, yeah, you're right. And it looked like it, Trevor. I mean, you guys look totally discombobulated. Oh, by the way, you'll love this. Gene D says, Dak and Brock Purdy are similar in the fact they've got these great defenses, but they lose every year. Bill, how many years have we had Brock Purdy?
I think this is his second year, if I'm not mistaken.
You're not. And he's played 17 games in total. He's actually played 1 year's worth of football. Gene, stop drinking before you come to the chat. My God.
Oh, my gosh. You guys, you want to go ahead and we'll host that Lombardi Trophy, hopefully, and overcome the refs, hopefully. Y'all can drink with us when we celebrate. Other than that, go ahead. You know what? The Niner fan needs to embrace the haters again. We need to embrace the haters.
No,
we have it made.
I like when they come around.
And I'm going to put a phrase out there that has not been, this is a Jim Harbaugh phrase, but I'm going to put it out there. Who's got it better than us?
Absolutely.
Them Cowboys don't even got it good. They think they got it good, but they ain't got it good. And they're getting the hopes of knowing they're going to lose. They just should go ahead, throw in the towel. Texas boy, your team ain't going anywhere. They're not going to even taste a Super Bowl appearance. They're going nowhere. And if they go, they're going to lose. So you better pray that your team don't make it. And when we beat you, we're doing you a favor, Cowboys. We're doing you a favor, keeping you home so you don't shame yourself.
Yeah.
On the biggest stage of them all. Because you won't be able to get it done.
And think about the excitement of reassembling that team because, first of all, if they don't make it to the Super Bowl this year, Jerry Jones is going to fire McCarthy. You guys are going to get rid of McCarthy. And
no, they're not going to fire McCarthy.
You don't think so?
They're not firing McCarthy.
Well,
no, he's a yes man. How long did he?
That's true. Jerry does like people who behave, as far as his head coaches.
Jason Garrett was in there for 10 years. This is McCarthy's third year. You got 7 more seasons to go, Ronbo.
You're right. Jason Garrett was just a mediocre, not maybe even mediocre level coach. So, yeah. Okay, well, Dak could be in trouble. They'll try to see if they can move him, and they even might go for Kirk Cousins.
No, they're going to keep Dak. Dak's the man. Dak's the face of the Cowboys. They won't ever get rid of Dak.
You think so?
Now we're talking crazy. No.
You know what? I think Dak
Absolutely
might
not.
be, just for the reason that Jerry's paying him $40+ million. I think it blows up this year to a higher level than that. And Jerry's going to come on and tell people, like, I'm not playing these high salaries to watch my team lose in the first round of the playoffs, if you understand what I mean.
Just like the Tony Romo Express and the Tony Romo turnovers.
Bam.
The Tony Romo turnovers, we got the Dak Express in Dallas. So, no, you Cowboy fans think you got something special. You don't. You know, you can't win with Dak. Dak's your quarterback for the next 10 years or 7 years, as long as McCarthy's there. So, you know, get up out of this chat. You ain't seen the Super Bowl. By the way, happy birthday. The cheerleader for the Cowboys, last time they won a Super Bowl, even made an appearance, turned 97. Happy birthday.
I'll trade him for CD Lamb, though. Hey, man, we got to go, though, fam. Man, I'll be back 5 looking for you, Bill. Give us some of the wild scores. It's becoming good luck. All right?
Give me a 49er shout out.
A Niners! Bill!
One more thing before I go, Ronbo. I got one more question. I want you to remember this. Who's got it better than us?
Nobody! Yeah.
Remember that. Bye.
You know what I think I should do? I should ask Jerry Jones if he needs a good general manager. And I've watched him struggle for years trying to run that club on his own. Well, I could take the Dallas Cowboys and make them a champion. And what does Jerry say? Trent, I believe you was in San Francisco before. I don't want nothing like what you was doing back in them days. Hey, be him! Beham on the road again. Beham is you on the road again. Beham. Q, if you listen, Q, I know you're watching. Q, what's up, man? You go beat the Q. The Rams have to beat the Hawks this weekend. All right? And y'all have 4 wins on the year. That's all right. I don't want you to get 5, but get 4. Well, ooh, it's a big show. Oh, it's a big show tonight. Show! Glad you got show, because we're waiting on you, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
Show,
How are you tonight?
I'm sure I can't tell you. I'm a little out of control. I'm feeling so good. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
Yeah, you are, and I'm here to prescribe you your medication tonight.
It's amazing how a football team
like I do
can
every
determine my moods. That's not good, because depending on our team like that could get you in a lot of mental problems. But Show, I know you've got a perspective. What is that?
First of all, I'd like to address the comments tonight that were made by a certain caller who acted like that Josh Allen and Justin Herbert are regressing when they're not. Those two are Hall of Famers right there.
Whoa, Show, whoa!
Rombo.
Please explain.
Justin Herbert has, within 4 years, 16,583 passing yards on his way to 40,000 yards. Should he keep his trajectory up? Those are Hall of Fame numbers. Josh Allen has 20,000. Josh Allen has 20,997 yards, almost 21,000 yards. If he keeps this trajectory up, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Listen,
that's all within 4 years.
I just want to ask this one question, though. How many quarterbacks who've never won a Super Bowl game or let alone a playoff game have been to won a playoff game or something like maybe 1 or 2 are in the Hall of Fame right now?
Dan Marino and Joe Namath.
Marino went to the playoffs constantly. NFCCG, Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's never won a Super Bowl, and neither is Joe. I don't know.
Did you say Joe Namath?
Joe Namath is in the Hall of Fame.
Namath won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Ron, but you said non-winning Super Bowl, so yeah, he's got you there.
Wait a minute.
You didn't say win a Super Bowl, so yeah.
No. I said how many have been there? I mean, not even to the playoffs.
Yeah, without winning a Super Bowl. Yeah, no, Show's right. He's right.
No, wait.
lost that
I just want to say
argument.
about
Thank you.
No, Ronbo, I'm sorry. Don't try to clarify. You said
No.
without winning the Super Bowl,
Emilio,
he got you there twice.
Emilio, I'll argue with you in a minute, but listen, Joe Namath has a Super Bowl.
Well, he still said Dan Marino.
No, I got no argument. Marino's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
There you go.
Anyways,
for a lot of reasons.
And if you haven't learned by now, within the 7 years of Kyle Shanahan's reign as head coach, he has zero patience with his quarterbacks. And you all are ready to claim Brock Purdy the quarterback for the next 10 years. If you haven't learned by now,
I didn't say that.
No, not you, not you, our fans. If you haven't learned by now, we started off with Brian Hoyer, then we moved on to C.J. Beathard, then we moved on to Jimmy Garoppolo, back to C.J., then from C.J. to Nick Mullins.
Did we go back?
Or I'm sorry, No, we didn't. I'm sorry, it was Nick Mullins. Then from Nick Mullins back to Jimmy Garoppolo, and then from Jimmy Garoppolo we went and drafted Trey Lance, and then from Trey Lance back to Jimmy Garoppolo, and from Jimmy Garoppolo to Brock Purdy, and from Brock Purdy to Josh Johnson because Brock Purdy got injured. And
well, that's not because Kyle Shanahan's impatience. That's his guys are getting hurt, dropping like flies.
Exactly, but you're seeing the pattern here. Like that's why I said like, whoa, stop. Your guys are like some of our fans are claiming him to be the next Joe Montana. Stop. No.
So okay, let me ask you this though. You know, you're talking about the Golden Boys who rack up all these stats every year and come up short, maybe first round. One thing I will say about Herbert, he needs another coach. He does have talent. Yeah,
absolutely.
But Josh Allen, I got some real questions.
Same thing.
About Josh
he needs
Allen.
another coach. He needs another coach too. Same situation. He needs an offensive-minded coach, a lot like Kyle Shanahan.
No, he needs
and then
to
watch
make
him go.
Behave. Listen, Josh, when I ask you not to run the ball like you like to run it and find that hit that receiver, I'm telling you that for a reason. You know, I mean, Josh.
But anyways.
But Brock deserves
the reason why I'm not sold yet is because I've learned over the years to not fall extremely hard for rookies and current players because number one, we always trade them away. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Brock, but number two, anything can happen between now and the end of Brock's rookie deal. Brock can either start sticking out the joint again, throwing interceptions, stupid interceptions, and you know how thin Kyle Shanahan's patience are with that. If you didn't listen to his press conference after that game when somebody asked him about Ayuk's throw, he said, "It took me a long time to get over that." And he means that. A long time to get over that.
That 4 or 5 times.
That struck a chord with me because, like, that shows you how thin his patience are right there.
No,
nobody cares about these stats you're reading back to us. Nobody cares about these numbers that you're reading back to us.
And Herbert's stats.
No, Ronbo, I'm taught. My overall point is like you guys are like crowning him way too early. Like Kyle doesn't give a shit about any of those things that you guys are naming off. You can throw him all these numbers. It's his way or the highway. Bottom line.
What I do like about Brock, he sneaks
Kyle runs
the
show,
and that's what pisses he
and
can't
Kyle
do anything about it.
Pisses Kyle off. And yeah, those off-schedule throws continue to turn into interceptions and turnovers at the end of the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness!
He has no pattern of interceptions. He had his 3 weeks of misery, but before those 3 weeks, guy was damn good under pressure. Because every team thinks they can blitz him out of his mind. It's not working, Show. You got to get, you don't have to give him a long-term. I know I'm going to be loving this guy forever. But for now, Show, he deserves praise.
Oh, enjoy the ride for now, absolutely. But like I've said, if you haven't learned anything about the quarterback situation in San Francisco the past 7 years, it doesn't last very long.
Yeah. Well, as long as he can stay unhurt, he might last. Because remember.
Yeah, that's another indication because he's already shown us he's got health issues.
Well,
yeah.
Well,
I'm not saying he's garbage or anything like that. I've never once said that, but
getting hurt, yeah.
I've learned over the years to not fall for these quarterbacks that we have right now because it's been a carousel of quarterbacks ever since Kyle Shanahan has been here.
At the end of the year, I'm going to be able to say, "Show, I told you, man, that's the Super Bowl, baby."
Did you see that? You said that with Brian Hoyer, who we were going to go 10-6 with.
I said it with Jimmy. I never said it with Brian.
Jimmy Garoppolo, yeah.
All right. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to the CNC fam. You all take care. Have a great night. Shout out to Emilio.
You too.
All right. Take care. Good night.
Night show. Tony.
Ronbo.
Yeah. Well, Tony, I've got a pet peeve going on with Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, but you know what? I really do wonder what they look like in Kyle Shanahan's system. But you know what? I do love me some Brock Purdy, and I got no shame about it. Just to let you know.
Well, here's the thing about Brock Purdy, Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe no one's thought about it. Maybe there's a few people that have thought about it. I've definitely thought about it. And I think it's a big, big secret because football's such a high competitive game. We know this guy came back after his operation, but a lot of people said he came back early, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I really honestly think it might come out after the season, but the longer this season goes, I'm of the belief the stronger his arm's going to get because I don't think it's fully recovered.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Two, right at the beginning, I think he still was on a
snap.
What do you call it? On a count, pitch count. Right? So don't be surprised that, people say can't throw the ball deep, this, that, and the other. And a lot of people have said after these operations, some people come back with a stronger arm. So in the off season, when he recovers fully, has a good rest, and comes back next year, can't be surprised if this guy's throwing rockets downfield.
Mm-hmm. Every doctor said that about that procedure. So you're right.
So in my eyes, he's still in recovering mode. Secretly, the 49ers obviously don't want to reveal that.
No, and
but
Tony, he's still
the longer the season goes, yeah, he is. But they know for a fact by testing and things like that, he's got the fastest processing capability in the whole football league.
Yeah, his brain is amazing.
But
if you're watching the game and you didn't see something and you notice he did, you think, oh, Jesus, that was clever. So, yeah.
I mean, what a difference it makes when George Kittle's not on blocking duties. 3 grabs, over 100 yards, touchdown.
Oh, man. I think I seen one in the game a couple of times, and I think he did run a couple of two dual tight end sets. Let somebody else block sometime, Kyle. My God, why is he so stubborn sometimes? Man.
I don't know, but I think other teams in their game plans, I think now they realise George Kittle mostly be blocking. Do you just concentrate on Christian McCaffrey and Brandon Ayuk?
Maybe a little Debo.
They're the 2 strike players, all right, and a little bit of Debo. Who's going to account for Juszczyk and George Kittle? That's where the game opens up.
Which is suicide.
That's right. But if we had blockers, like I said the other time, to allow these guys to be part of the strike team, geez, look out, man. Who's going to contend with you? Who?
Oh. I mean, and that right side. If
you haven't got enough players to double team everyone.
Yeah, I know. You give him a clean pocket, and I could see great things happening from Brock Purdy, because the kid's brilliant when it comes out on the field of seeing where to go, and that's why Kyle gets so mad when he throws to the person Kyle didn't have chosen. Kyle, what are you whining about? He got a touchdown. Stop.
Exactly. Throw the kid under the bus, you idiot.
Worst decision of his NFL career. What?
Chase Young was going to light a fire underneath
Nick.
his buddy's bum crack.
Yeah,
and he did. They performed excellently. See, I think now we've got those holes filled from Menahue and Ibukum.
Yeah. Thoroughly filled. Overfilled. Yes.
That goes to show you how much it helps the defense. You know what I mean?
I do.
But there was one commentator, like some of the other guys were saying about Brock Purdy, bagging him all the time. There was only one bloke that I heard, I can't remember his name, but they were saying, oh, it's Carl Shanahan's system and that makes him look good and this and that. And the guy said, hang on a minute, mate. Settle down. Take a breath. Look, if it is the system or whatever system it is, you still need a quarterback to execute the game.
Thank you.
So how can you not say, so how can you not say that the kid is a good quarterback? Doesn't matter what system you're playing in, right? Even if you gather around the shittiest players in the NFL and get Tom Brady to play in that team, he's not going to win.
Mm-hmm. You got to have a plan. Nobody goes out there with no kind of scheme. It's why when people say that, do they understand what they're saying? There's a system quarterback. Well, how many quarterbacks are playing out there without a system? Okay, if you want to say that, Josh Allen doesn't have a system. Josh Allen's out there playing Josh Allen football. Now look what's happening. They're about to play 500 football. You got to have a system. Everybody's got to be on the same page.
You got to have a superstar team to win a Super Bowl. It's that simple. So if Shanahan's, doesn't matter whose system, whether it's Belichick's, Shanahan's, whatever. That's like saying,
gotta have players.
Okay, if you put Belichick at the 49ers, with this current team, will they still be as good as they are under Kyle Shanahan?
Oh, that's a good, Tony. That's a difficult question, though. With that kind of talent, you give Belichick that kind of talent, he's going to hurt you.
That's right. So so it doesn't matter. The quarterback still has to execute. You can change whatever you want.
Mac Jones.
It's the most stupidest argument I've ever heard in my life.
Really is. I
don't want to give the kid his accolades.
Yeah. He's going to get better, too. People don't know it. And then they're really going to be shocked. Tony, we got to go.
And don't worry about Joy Taylor, Ronbo. The only thing she's good for is flashing her tits and her ass on.
I know, she just, God, she burns me up sometimes. Joy, why do you pick on? God.
In her bikinis and things on Instagram and here and there. Silly bitch.
If she wasn't, anyway.
Yeah.
I see.
Anyway.
I mean, Friday looking for you. Bring that score, Tony.
All right, brother. Shout out to Big Show, Evan, Ellis, Papa Dragon, the rest of the crew, and see you next time, brother.
Can't wait, Tony. Cheers.
All right, mate. Cheers.
There goes Tony. Hey, let's go back and see if we can find B-Ham. B-Ham.
Yo.
Yeah, was you at the loading dock, pull off the side of the road? I've been looking for you.
What's going on with it, Ronbo?
We're sitting here tripping on the fact that, B-Ham, I don't mind admitting we're all family here. I was a little concerned. I didn't know we was going to go in there and just steamroll the Jaguars. Some of the players that came out to play, they was not playing. They were serious. And we was pointing out some of the folks that made a difference, including Coach Wilkes bringing his behind out of that booth. Although I still have my reservations about whether that made it. I mean, I guess after I seen it, but I think those guys, those are grown-ass men. I really think, even if Wilkes stayed in that booth, they was going to come out there and beat hell out of the Jaguars. I mean, what are you thinking, though, as far as what do you think contributed to that win?
Ronbo. I'd like to see it work, but this just one game. We had 3 games of bad defense, and one game of feeling like we got it together. But, let's see how he do this week after somebody then put the tape together and studied the tape, and they know, what we've been doing, and they think they got it on how they can slow us down or whatever. So I say this week and next week,
we'll tell the tale.
We should know something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Tampa Bay's not going to test them that much, though. The Hawks might a little bit. J&D, don't get excited. I mean, the Hawks might test us a little bit, though. At least some.
Yeah. I don't think the house gonna be testing is how big their trash bags is. Yeah, man.
Because Gino's going down. Well, I got them Buckeyes. I got a Buckeye bookends, boy. Look out now. Oh shit.
But you know, so I think we're gonna come out here and we're gonna take care of these Buccaneers real good. I think we're gonna continue to play solid football, man. Hopefully we can come out of that game clean, no injuries, no.
That's the thing.
You know, no major.
Ooh, that's the thing.
Yeah. And if we can do that, long as we stay healthy, man, you know, shit, Brock Purdy and the Avengers, they gonna do their thing, man. Yeah, man.
BM, you have social media. I was laughing to tears. There's this kid that's doing this video, and he's mad. I guess he's from Washington Commanders. Kid. What the bleep did you do? You gave him Chase Young to add to a defensive line that's already crazy good? Why don't you just give him the Super Bowl right now? And he went into a whole bunch of expletives. He was mad as hell. I'm laying on the floor laughing. Child, calm down. Y'all wasn't going to do nothing with him anyway.
Right. Man. Right now, he like a kid in the candy store, man. He right at home. He came right in and fit straight in.
Dancing through the tunnel. He's got his main
man. I seen him up there with Debo and Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be a bad combination for somebody, boy, when they start once he really get acclimated. Oh my God.
Let him get used to the place. And he got a sack, and he ain't quite up to where he wants to be. He just got here a few days ago. So I'm saying, let's get him coming. I don't even, he might be moved into Nick's house until he finds his own place or something, But in a couple of weeks, look for Chase Young and Nick Bosa to be just frightening.
I hope it all comes together when we play Philly in a couple of weeks.
And he knows how to play Philly. Yeah. And then we play the Commanders too. He knows them real well too.
Right. Just hope I hope they can just put it together, man, and we come out the other side injury free, and I believe it'll be all right, man. I think we're gonna be all right, Ronbo.
BM, were you ever worried about the Ravens? The Ravens, I stopped being scared of them this weekend.
They only
Cleveland came from behind.
They went out there. I ain't gonna lie. It's always a word when you got Lamar Jackson.
He scares me to death. That's why I was shocked. Cleveland went and put the snatch on him. I said, "What?" I haven't watched that game. I just saw the score.
No, he do his thing with NFC teams.
That's right.
It seemed like somebody did the thing with him. The other teams, they see him a lot. They know him. They know his tendencies. They know how to slow him down. I guess when you don't play an NFC team on a regular, they don't know how to really counteract what you're doing. So it make him look like a superstar when he play NFC teams. But the minute he got to play the AFC team,
they ready for him,
and they know what he's gonna do. They know how to defend it.
I mean, there's a robber laying in them spots, and also spies. Last time I saw him play that team, I said, that team has done everything they could to stop Lamar. But once he starts running, BM, that's one of the best running backs in the game, and he's a quarterback. See, that's what scares me about him. Lamar will put a move on you and embarrass you in front of a 50,000 capacity. And every seat filled. Oh, he can ruin you. So they're trying to tackle him in open field. Ooh. Embarrassing.
So, So, still waiting on the weekend, baby.
Tampa Bay.
Still waiting on the weekend.
Every time I have this feeling, I hope we win this game. Because I was a little concerned about the Jaguars. I am not concerned about the Bucs. I really wish I would be.
Man, I think that's the wrong team for us to be going up against right now, boy. Baker and Nick Nick and
Chase.
And Chase and they're running the Baker. Oh my God, boy, it's gonna be epic.
If I was Baker, I'd continue to say my thumb hurts. I don't know. Baker got his thumb
Right.
checked out yesterday. He's fine.
Hey, everything probably gonna be hurt, ain't it, Ronbo?
It is. If they sandwich him up like they did Trevor. Remember when Nick and Chase hit Trevor at the same time? It sounded like a car accident. Bam! Trevor, oh my
moment.
God!
I
They was
enjoyed
racing.
every moment.
But yeah, we're gonna go.
Yes,
Give my best
sir.
to Q and tell him I'm on his side this week. He's got to beat the Hawks. And I'll see you Friday.
Q don't really want to. He ain't been want to talk NFL here lately. Rams ain't ramming right now, so
not even.
You know.
I
told him he can jump ship anytime he feel like it.
There you
though.
go. And I'm serious. I support the Rams this weekend for the first time in I don't know how long. All right, BF. Have a great night, fam.
Well, you know, one thing I'm gonna say before I go, Ronbo. During them 3 games losing streak that we had, boy, I was so like, man, it would be nice to have the Rams next week. Cause I know one thing about the Rams, boy, we'll turn the whole season around playing them.
The good thing about it is, you know, they play the same they're the same team, the Jaguars and the Rams. There's a lot of similarities. And look what happened. They're a finesse team, too. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey.
All right,
Ronbo, I'll catch up with you.
Looking forward to it. See you on Friday. Be here.
All right.
And let's go down to that man, Casey, who's making much, much money in the sports world. He's making those bets. He's running the right parlays. He's actually, Casey.
Oh, babe, hold on. Rombo's on. Let's take Rombo. Yeah, Rombo, you know I'm banging him up like I
don't
always
want this
am.
kind of competition, Case. You'll be back. He'll be right back. Go ahead, Case.
No, you know, I'm just out here, you know, moving and grooving like I always am. Big Show kind of threw me off when he went off about Justin Herbert and Josh Allen having so many yards in such a short amount of time. Yeah, well, Big Show, you know, when you have 2,500 attempts in 4 years.
Thank you.
You know, you should have 12 or 15,000 yards. I mean, they're not run heavy teams. These are pass heavy
run it
teams.
all. I mean, both of them are putting the ball up on every shot. I said,
and I'd like to add, Jimmy has a higher average than both of those guys, and a higher passer rating than both of those guys.
As does Brock. You know,
Brock is also obliterating those ratings too. I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers stat level right now.
Yeah. And also look at the receivers, Josh Allen and Herbert's got. What's he got? Keenan. What's he? He's got Sutton. Well, not Sutton. Sutton's over in Colorado.
They're two different offenses. Like, to compare them is to ignore what the Niners are doing.
Oh yeah, on every snap.
You know,
Herbert's back. Allen goes back. It's RPOs is Allen usually what he's doing, right? Why call it RPO? It's AP. I mean, it's APO. You know, I said, Allen, you're gonna throw. You're not gonna run it. You're not gonna pass it. That's why Gilmore won it out. You know, God. But go ahead. Don't get me started on those two.
Josh and Justin are both great, great quarterbacks and everything, but they're asked to do two different things. They're asked to throw the ball 40 or 50 times a game. That's why they have so many yards.
You know, and that's the thing. If you're going to run that kind of offense, and you're never going to run the ball, if I'm a DC, I'm working on that. Casey, there's a lot of people who are getting paid in the secondary, not as much as Josh Allen and Herbert, but they're back there as an antidote. You know, and the league is starting to catch up with all that passing. If you can't run the ball now, if you can't run the ball and he has a running back over, and Allen wouldn't even let Cook run the ball. Cook did fumble the ball, granted, and he was out there dribbling the ball like a basketball player at one point, but he was still eating the team. The Broncos couldn't stop him. So, you know, I got no sympathy for that. I love it. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you know, Ronbo, I think the Niners are set up to potentially not lose a game for the rest of the season. If they get through the Eagles, I don't see them losing.
Well, we have to take the Hawks seriously. Who else?
No, I don't take the Hawks seriously.
We don't have to, but I want to know how good they are. I can't wait to play them. I want to see if they're as bad as I think, or are they better than I think, or what.
Well, Rams are going to show beat the Seahawks, and if the Lions are going to beat the Chiefs in Week 1, the door is wide open for the 49ers this year.
Casey, that's the team. Look out for the Lions. I was worried about them last year. Hopefully we don't run into them in the playoffs. I don't want the Lions. I want the Cowboys. I want the Eagles. I don't want the Lions. I got a bad feeling about them.
But it doesn't matter who the 49ers run into the playoffs.
No, but I like when I feel comfortable.
I still can't believe they did that. 34-3. Oh, my gosh.
Are you talking about the 49ers? They could have scored more than that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It could have been a 40-burger. They had no idea of how to stop the 49ers. They really didn't. I think somebody said something about that, too, that they really didn't know what they were doing against the 49ers. They got an awakening is what they got. That 5-game win streak y'all was on?
I think they really shook Trevor Lawrence up.
They did. I mean, he hasn't been smacked like that all year long.
Yeah, and he's a big guy, Ronbo. He's 6'6". He's a great quarterback, and he wasn't looking like the Trevor Lawrence I've come to know.
He had fear. Did you see that Cleveland Farrell sack? Trevor didn't even know.
I did see that, Ronbo.
I know
exactly what you're talking about.
He didn't even know Cleveland was. He didn't know Cleveland was over there. He was just running for his life.
And there was one of the commentators said something like, "Oh, they're having fun," and it made me think of when they put up a 50-burger. Because I remember someone said, like, there's nothing scarier than a team having fun. So hopefully that addition of Chase Young, has really invigorated everyone. Javarius Ward had a great game. Even Javon Kinlaw was making plays.
Yeah. He did, actually. I feel sorry for Kinlaw because he is going to be sacrificial lamb.
I mean, he's still he'll probably get traded and have a good career somewhere else.
I hope so because I like him. But if you look at all the talent we have, he can't really get rid of somebody else and let him stay.
But Ronbo, I'm not here to talk about Javon Kinlaw or the Undertaker's entrance.
Well, go ahead, Casey. What are you here to talk about?
Okay. Well, I mean, Ronbo, it's Victory Tuesday here, and just looking forward to beating the Seahawks on Thanksgiving.
I know, right?
That should be a lot of fun.
Can't look past the Pats, but I mean the Bucks. But yeah, that's going to be a wonderful day.
No, well, I'm not looking past the Bucks. I think the Bucks have a good thing going on. There's a lot of teams right now that are 6-3.
I know, right?
You get like the Steelers are 6-3, the Browns are 6-3. It's a fun time of year to make some bets because you see a lot of teams that don't really match their records.
Mm-hmm. The Vikings are catching up. I mean, if the Vikings win one more game, they'll have 6. I think.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy like that. But this card this week looks really good to me, and I'm starting to pick up on prop betting a lot. I haven't really gotten into prop betting, and I think I'm actually a little bit more accurate with my prop betting than I am with money lines and stuff. So
prop betting, Casey, we're out of time now. I would love to know. I can look that up though. Prop betting. I've never heard of this term.
Well, yeah, you take a bet that says like Brock Purdy's going to have over under 1.5 touchdowns or things like that.
And that's called prop.
One of my favorite ones right now is the Niners to score on the first drive because Brock Purdy just goes down that field and gets to work. So
they rehearsed that one well. In case you get back to that, I'm going to see you Friday, and can't wait.
Appreciate it, Ronbo. Shout out my man Brunskill. All the Lion fans in the chat that ain't got no Ronbo sports. Detroit versus themselves. Thanks for the platform, Ronbo.
My pleasure, Case.
Shout out to my dog, the great Tasha. My dog's best friend. That's the best name. Later, Ronbo.
God, later. Donnie B. Don Burr has not came in here and made that claim. Let's not get him started, though. Oh, it's time for Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Emilio, get on in here, man. With Joe, big show support.
Oh, I can give you another quarterback too without winning the Super Bowl. It's the Bills. It was one of Buffalo Bills' own quarterback.
Yeah. What's his name? Four Super Bowls.
Jim Kelly.
Yes, Jim Kelly. Yeah.
Ronbo, yeah.
I need to see. You got to get to the playoffs though. Dak. People go put him in the Hall of Fame too. See, I'm watching this stuff real time is different than people go look at this 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now. Yeah, Dak Prescott's in the Hall of Fame. He's a Dallas Cowboy. Great. Josh Allen, he was second only to Jim Kelly.
Dak has only had one good season. No, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you right now, he's had some stats.
Has Dak even been to a Pro Bowl?
Wasn't he? Him
and
Zeke rookie year? No, they were just rookie and co-rookie of the year, which made me so mad.
I don't think Dak has ever been to a Pro Bowl.
He's getting Pro Bowl money.
I said, there's a few quarterbacks that deserve that haven't gotten in the Hall of Fame. Like Randall Cunningham, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So.
Randall's not?
If he's not, he should be.
No, I didn't. I haven't paid that any attention. Yeah. I didn't really know if Randall was in the Hall of Fame or not. He did a lot of things for Philly. He's got to be in.
Exactly. So there's a few quarterbacks there, dude. But anyway, on to the next. That's not really important.
That Jaguar game, I did enjoy that. And name some of the reasons why the 49ers defense went berserk suddenly. I mean, they had a whole turnaround. I didn't even know who they were.
They had a reality. For one, they had a reality check. They were too hype on after they beat the Cowboys. They just felt unbeatable. That was their problem. They just felt like, we're beating. We beat the Cowboys. But then you go back to the Cowboys, and you really technically look at the schedule. They've only beaten up on sorry-ass teams, just like the Dolphins. Dolphins can only beat sorry teams. They can't beat nobody good.
They beat no 500 team yet.
When it comes to the Lions, you know what? I want the Lions to get the number one seed. Because it'd be so easy to beat them at home.
I just don't want that running back. Okay, you know what?
Oh, yes, you do. I am telling you. Yes, you know. You overthinking it. Who's the quarterback, Ronbo?
That's our boy.
We beat that quarterback
Jared.
over and over. Exactly. So you need to relax. Yes, they're on the hype. Yes, their schedule's easy. Don Bird, I'm sorry. But you're not going to get past that first round if you get that bye week. I want them to get the first. I want them to get that first. That'd be easy. That means we would not have to worry about Philadelphia in that first round if they get the first round bye week. So I would take that any day of the week. If the Lions get the number one seed, I take that any day of the week, and we can get rid of them. And then the NFC Championship will be in Santa Clara. So
like Shabazz says,
start rethinking that one, Ronbo.
Shabazz says it's too much pressure. You want the Lions to get the number one seed because the pressure, they ain't ready for that kind of heat. They're not. They just don't want that smoke. That's a good point.
No.
I'm going to stop by. That's time that comes. I need to see the defense a little longer.
The Lions have talent. I'm not going to lie. They do have talent. They have talent. But no, to really try to be in the Super Bowl, even then for them being the NFC Championship, so many mistakes have to go wrong for the other team for them to even get that far. So no, that's I'd rather have them get it before Philadelphia.
Yeah, because the Eagles look like they played dead for 4 quarters. Aren't the Eagles special doing that? Look like they're getting whooped, but they still pull it out. That's a mark of a champion.
Yeah, they start winning close games. I don't see how they keep pulling off these close games. They're not even really beating nobody. And like I said, even we go with the Cowboys. At least the Cowboys have these large margins of wins.
Huge.
But they're beating up on sorry teams too.
And if I was the Cowboys, I'd stop doing that. And as soon as we get to a certain point and the game is over,
why?
Let's not score.
No, why?
No, because people are laughing at them. I mean,
No,
because they beat them to death the first
To
time.
me, it's fine. To me, it's fine. If they think they're the shit, let them think they're the shit. When they play us again, we'll put them back in their place and go, oh, I guess we're not good enough. I'm glad Skip Bayless said what he said. When we play the 49ers in the playoffs again, we're going to win. Okay, buddy, you keep thinking that. You'll be put right back in your place and think, oh, I guess I was wrong again. No. I want these teams to start thinking they're good. It's the same with the Lions. Let them get the number 1 seed. I hope they get the number 1 seed. That'd be an easy win for us on the road. Like I said, you forget that who the quarterback is? It's Jay Goofy. You're a little pressure. He starts playing horrible. No. You need to start rethinking, Ronbo. Everybody else starts thinking like you need to start rethinking what's going on in the league. Let these guys make it easier for us to go to the Super Bowl.
No, I'm a believer now. I need to see what our defense looks like for the next 2 weeks. They look serious. I mean, that looks crazy.
No.
So if that be the case, I ain't afraid of
can
nobody.
Tell you, no, the Buccaneers are not really a cakewalk. They done had their moments too. They actually do have a decent team, they do got a good run game.
No. I mean,
they
you got
have good receivers. So.
You got that backwards. Their passing game is hell. Their run game is
they got a pretty good running back. White is a good running back.
Yeah.
So no, yeah.
But Baker thinks he's Tom Brady. He's out there throwing the ball probably like Josh Allen too much, and therefore.
Hey, Garoppolo thought he was Tom Brady. Look at him now. So I'm sorry. No, can't use that.
But you know one thing about that, Shanahan wouldn't allow no Tom Brady or something. We ran the ball though. They ain't running the ball in a lot of places. So.
It doesn't matter. Like I said, hey, the Bucs are not really just a cakewalk team. They have their moments. They'll sneak up on you, and next thing you know, we're losing to the Bucs. So you just can't think we're going to run over. Don't start thinking we're going to run over the Bucs.
Not with this defense.
If they play smart football, yes. If Young and Bosa do their thing, we ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
Offense does their thing, we're all right. But no, those. We don't want to start thinking we're world beaters again and get back to the other. Oh, look what happened. They got put back in their place.
We got to go, fam.
No, they need to stop that.
Let me see you Friday. Bring that score, and we'll be ready for Sunday.
No, you have a good night there.
All right, fam. Good night, Emilio.
All right, Mama. Okay.
Yo, it's Jalen. G&D, I'm glad you're still. Jalen, come in here and talk to G&D. Texas Sports still in here,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Pete got the boot. Oh, Cliff got the boot. He's still chewing on that goop. And Sean McVay play call like poop. It stinks, Ronbo. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me tell you about them. Let me tell you about them teams in the West. They are an embarrassment to us. We don't get credit. We don't get credit for none of the wins in the division anymore because they all suck. So guys look at us saying that we got a cakewalk to the playoffs. I mean, Ronbo, honest to God, I hope the division gets back to normal. Hell, I want a little bit of competitiveness. I want some type of respect for beating them. Damn it. I don't know. I'm getting tired of hearing, oh, you man, well, look at the Cardinals, look at the Rams. You guys don't have to play anybody. I mean, right. Ronbo, come on. At some point, nobody says that about the NFC West. You had the NFC West on your schedule, damn it. You was in for a season. Right.
You didn't want to be bothered. Now
you got 3 calendar games, damn it. Yeah, you got 3 calendar games because of them sorry-ass organizations.
Rams better beat the Hawks this week, though. I know that. Stop being such a wimpy mess and win, Rams. You got to win this week. I don't care if you don't win anything in the rest of the year. You got to win.
Ronbo. The Seattle Seahawks, they lost to the Rams at home with no Cooper Kupp. They sorry as hell. The Seattle Seahawks, they're going to get their ass kicked.
Got to get it. Got to be. Sweep them, Rams. Sweep them. I never support you, but I'll support you this weekend.
Ronbo, the Seahawks are done. They ain't doing nothing. I can see a team over in the South making it in over them. They sorry. Because head-to-head, I think the Bucs might be better. Atlanta, between the Bucs and Atlanta and Seattle, which one of those teams you think are the best? I think they all pretty much playing on the same level.
You know, that's a good question. Because the
Bucs,
Falcons
Seattle,
the Falcons are underachieving. You said the Bucs,
the Bucs, Seattle, and the Falcons. They all around the same level to me.
No, but the Falcons got better talent now. I don't know. They got
They do.
they got a real good offense. I don't know, but you know what? That running back with the Hawks, I hate to say it, but that boy can run the freaking rock. Is that the one?
Talking about Kenneth? Kenneth Walker, number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to school. He went to school here in Arlington. I watched him play in high school live. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's real good.
Yeah. So Pete always finds a running back.
Yeah.
That guy that got hurt last year worried me to death too. You could not bring him down. But see, that's why he ain't playing anymore, because of his running style. So.
Yeah. But Ronbo, we're gonna make the playoffs regardless of who, I mean, none of these teams in our division are gonna threaten us. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So at least they're too far behind, Ronbo. I mean, like you said, the Rams are 3-6. The Hawks, the Cardinals are. I mean, they can't do anything to affect us, Ronbo. They really can't.
Yeah, you got to make Connor didn't look cute out there this weekend, did he? Connor was gone.
Okay, now, Ronbo, I was gonna say something. Now look, damn it, I can see some. Now, if he take them on a 5-game winning streak, Ronbo,
no,
and we got to play them week 16 in Arizona. Now Kyler, he give us a little headache.
It's hard to grab his little ass.
Damn.
See,
and then when you do, Ronbo, he get down at the right moment and they hit him 15 yards.
Right over the top. And he runs with his feet real close to the ground. You notice that? Kyler does not stride. It looks like he's skating across the field. You know, a guy can run like that at that speed. Oh, they can make moves on a dime.
Yeah,
and give you nonsense change.
People say Lamar is like, I think behind the line of scrimmage, nobody's better than Kyler Murray. Like catching him behind the line of scrimmage, I don't think. Oh man, good luck with that. Now Lamar passed the line at open field. Yeah, he's but Kyler, even him in open field, he's hard to get down. But behind the line, you can. He told me, Ronbo, you're not gonna catch him with just one dude behind the line.
No, and you guys got to take angles to get him too.
Yeah, you gotta take angles. Well, I mean, the NFC West is trash, but the Bucks. Is this game? Is it in Tampa?
No, they coming to Santa Clara.
Okay, all right. So I think we can win this game. Now, the one thing I can notice, Ronbo, is Mike Evans. He is having a good year, and Mike Evans for the 10th year in a row, I think is probably going to get 1,000 yards. So
that's what he does.
We have to, as long as we can keep Mike Evans under control, and that running back, he is good. He can break one from a distance. So as long as we can stop the big plays from happening, Baker, as long as we get and they line ain't bad. They line really ain't bad. Last year we played a beat up Bucks team. They don't have a bad line.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Well, they shut the Titans down just this last week.
Yeah.
So.
I'm pretty sure they got Tristan Wirfs back, Ronbo. So
yeah. But Jalen, you know one thing? You got 2 Buckeyes that can't wait till Sunday. Baker Mayfield. I'm looking for somebody to get thrown out of the game.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I just hope they don't get fined. Don't abuse him. Just take him down, Chase. Just take him down, Nick. Easy.
Ronbo, I want to see more run plays from other running backs besides Christian McCaffrey. Like I said, Ronbo,
I do too.
He does not carry a pile. He cannot push a pile, Ronbo. Ronbo, have you ever seen Christian McCaffrey? Yes, Ronbo. So why are we not doing it? They're not a finesse running game. We're a power running game, Ronbo. Nobody's afraid to tackle Christian McCaffrey. Gee, come on, Kyle. Ronbo, I mean, I like that he's been healthy, but Kyle, come on.
I mean, at the end of the season, Jalen, if you add it up, he'll have way too many carries going into the playoffs. That's a very worrisome thought. That triggers.
And then he fumbles. He fumbles, Ronbo, and nobody speaks on that, but he fumbles the ball a lot.
Well,
he fumbles the ball a lot. But because he's CMC, nobody's gonna say nothing.
But Jay, we got to go though. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna see you Friday, and
Man, Ronbo, at the end of the day, we still the kings of the West. Collar backs, so he ain't got to rest. Gene, D, and Rudy, I ain't heard from y'all in a while, but the 49ers, we going to be the best.
That's right.
Let's not forget y'all. First game of his career. Breath smelling like Similac. Balls ain't even dropped yet. Wet behind the ear. Nick Mullins beat the Raiders on national TV. And this just wasn't some game that you could catch if you stayed in the local area of California. No, this was on national television. Prime time, HD 4K. Everybody saw Ronbo. You know, what was it? Pirate Jack, Johnny Depp saw it. Willy Wonka, you know, Mike and Sully from Monsters Inc. Boo, you know, Princess Tiana, even though they didn't have TVs in that time. You know, all sorts of, also King Arthur, damn it, a dragon, Arthur, Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Jalen, we got to go. I'll see you Friday. Everybody's seen it. Out of the other galaxies. Like Jalen. 49 Brian, I never thought I would say this because I used to hate this man. But I'm proud of Richard Sherman putting the chumps in check, Skip and Shannon. Doesn't he do a brilliant job? And as Chip yells over, oh, so you're a 49er fan now, are you? It's nothing to Seattle? Chip, I got my bank account. Some guy to do with his finances is in San Francisco. I said, hey Chip, you know, get over it. Hey Brian.
49ers, red and gold. I'm rocking the 49ers till I'm dead and cold.
Yeah.
Screaming their name all the way down from the Mid-South because the law always says, know your damn role and shut your mouth. What it is, Ronbo.
We're still having fun with this game. I mean, that was an A-whooping like we've not distributed all year long.
Nice to have fun, ain't it?
My goodness, that was ridiculous. I didn't see all that coming, right? But the players just stepped up and was in prime time. My God, Fred Warner was just outrageous. And then you look at Nick and Chase. Nick was fired up by Chase, of course. And then you look at Brock Purdy. People worried about what he's going to be like coming in that game. Brock wasn't. And Kyle Shanahan standing back there talking about, that was the worst decision he's ever made. What did you think about that play? Brock threw it right in the back of the end zone, and there was Ayuk. I'm glad it didn't get picked, but it didn't. What do you think?
Hey, Ronbo, I think, first of all, I got a few points. First of all, I think that Chase Young was just what the doctor ordered.
Perfect.
And that's added pressure. We needed added pressure. You know, all before that, teams would just chip or double team them or whatever, or they'll slide the protection over to Bosa. But now we got another stud who happens to went to the same college as Nick Bosa did. And so now you can't favor a side. Now you got to, unless you go two back set or whatever. But, But, Ronbo, I'm going to tell you, and then another thing, looking at the schedule, I was thinking like, oh, man, we're going to have it rough coming out there. I said, well, we got through Jacksonville. I feel better. I think the only really, I mean, Ronbo, I'm not really worried, on this 8-game stretch. I'm not really worried. Now, the only concerns I got is Seattle. Right, they need to be worried. Is Seattle, other than Seattle and Philly? Seattle, I would say Philly and Baltimore, If it just,
don't remind me. Don't remind me of Baltimore. That's the only team that really worries me. Everybody else, no concerns. But Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, boy. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the only game. Yeah, I think Baltimore, if there is a worry game, I would just say it would be Baltimore. But even with that, I think we might can squeak by that. But other than that, I think we can get Philly. I think we can get, well, of course, I think we can sweep Seattle. I think we can sweep it. I think at this point, the only reason that Seattle beat us with the roster that we got, unless Yeah, that, and unless the Legion of Boom decide to walk back in their locker room.
And
But other
Richmond
than that,
do
which
it.
and
He walked our
Marshawn
side.
Lynch and
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch and whatever. Other than that, I'm not worried about Seattle. I'm not worried about. They're just a concern. And the Commanders, they speak for itself. And then those same old sorry ass Rams, they're so sorry they don't even have the schedule. They don't even have a date for them. They got to be to be determined or whatever. So, I don't know. They got week 18. They don't even have the date to be content.
I don't know why, because usually they put that down to a team that might be a contender. Why would they put to be determined? Well, it's not a night game.
Ronbo, they got that as the last. No, they got that as the last. It's the last game. They got that.
We might
week
play
18,
Saturday.
So that
I forgot about that.
Consider that as a JV game. That might be our JV game or whatever.
We're playing Saturday.
Man, really?
Because the Rams
and
are
Ronbo,
going to be 3-14.
Ronbo, what do we have to do to get Kyle to play George Mason? Put that joker in the game
and let him get a rhythm going, especially when games are
what do we
under
gotta
control.
do?
He could have played this past weekend,
What is the
Brian.
problem?
That game was well over in the fourth quarter, but we had to get McCaffrey into the end zone to break the record. Damn it!
I'm feeling Jalen on that. I'm thinking like, I appreciate what's our running back CMC. I appreciate what he do, but he's this type of back. He's like your change of pace. He's like your change of pace back or whatever. But then after that, you got to have a switch. You got to have a switch, another gear. Come with that power. That's when George Mason come in. And when he do play Ronbo, what does he do? What does he? I don't even remember a bad. He always scores. Every time that I see him when he put him in there, he scores like on the fourth carry. If he gets 4 carries, the fifth one, he's scoring.
Well, his average, because he hasn't played that many games, his average is around 4 or 5 yards a carry. So now, if you do the math on that, if I give him the ball 3 times, I should have a first down. And I believe he would.
I don't know I don't even know what's a bigger concern with me right now. Either Kyle not playing George Mason, or the league is not putting what's his name? Oh, Hall of Famer Roger Craig. Roger Craig ain't got his gold jacket yet. Them the only two things that's still in my mind. I'm thinking like, what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take? And then like they did this George Mason thing. I'm thinking like, does George Mason got some on Kyle? Do he have some butt naked pictures or something on the
like Debo?
Did he catch him at a frat party or something? Right. What is the problem? I mean, it's like a refusal. They refuse to put him in, but they want to run CMC. Kyle want to run CMC in the ground. Like, what are you trying to prove? Are you trying to prove? You trying to get him hurt?
He's already got too many carries.
Lord.
It's too much. The volume is too high, and if you keep pacing like this for 17 weeks, it's dangerous. Okay.
Play him.
Run him out there again.
You got what is he like? 6'3", 240?
Who? CMC?
Ain't too many.
CMC is not.
No. I'm talking about Mason.
Oh yeah, Mason's a big
Mason's
guy.
like 235. He's like 235 or whatever.
Easily. Yeah.
I'm like, what is the problem? Play him. Give him a break. CMC don't care. You're going to wish you played him in the playoffs.
Yeah. And that's why he needs to build a rhythm going now.
Right. Right. Because right now, I don't trust, what's the other running back?
Yeah, I'm having
number
up Elijah
25.
too. Elijah's scared. He doesn't want to get hurt again. He's running carefully. You cannot run carefully as a running back.
He's tipping. He's tipping. He's literally tipping. He's making business decisions out there. He's playing not to get hurt.
Yeah, he's going down easily. He didn't used to go down easily. Brian, we got to go. I'll look for you Friday and bring that score, and let's start talking like we know we got this game 51-0.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to you. And man, I'm telling you, man, I had to wait for a minute, Ronbo. It's almost 1:00 here in Memphis. I had to wait on you for a minute.
Country, yes. All right. Well, appreciate you waiting, fam. All right.
Yeah. Well, all right, Ronbo, shout out to you, shout out to the faithful, and shout out to production. And then the law is finally out. Good night.
Thanks, Brian. You too, fam.
All right, Ronbo, play.
Hey, Serge.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Serge, it's like we're still enjoying this win. This is the way we don't take any win for granted. The 49ers worked hard. Well, it didn't look like it because they looked like they was having fun, but they still put up a lot of points. It took some effort to do that, and the defense came and played lights out. And we traveled all the way across the country, Serge, across the time zone, and came in looking like we just got up out of our own beds and beat hell out of the Jaguars. Hey, Serge, point out some things you really enjoyed in that game.
I enjoyed everything. Like I said, on Sunday, we're back. The 49ers are the 49ers. We're not the team that we were the last 3 weeks. I don't know what team we were. We're playing like the Raiders or something, but but we're back. 49ers
I may have asked you this Sunday. Let me ask you this question again, because everybody was making a deal out of Coach Wilkes being up in that box now that he came down. Now that we won in that fashion, Wilkes will never – they took his chair up out of the seat. They blocked off that part of the room up there in the box. He's not allowed to go back up there again, is my guess. Hey,
I know.
You think that was the real reason, though, that defense looked like that? I don't.
I feel like Wilkes was on The Price is Right when they called his name. Come on down.
Keith Wilkes, come on down. I like that, Serge. He did.
But it did help. It did help, man. It really did help. And I don't think he's going back up there anytime.
No, he's not. He's done.
Yeah.
Because the next place he would go would be out. If he came down on the ground and we were still losing.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. If he loses the squad, he's out. Like nobody's gonna wanna
I know, right?
Get rid of our players. They'd rather get rid of him,
Actually, if Wilkes flourished with us, he'd be in big trouble around the NFL because he would be a 3-time loser that I can count now.
And if he loses his spot with us, I don't think anybody's gonna want to hire him as a coach.
Because they looked at 49ers and said, you got all that talent and you lost? I don't know that I really want to bring you over here. Because, sir, somebody asked me this question. Let me ask you the same question. If Robert Saleh gets bounced out of New York, and that little rumor, I don't know how that got started, is buzzing around. I heard something about that the other day. If Robert Saleh came back and was available and he called up Kyle, you need any help? Yeah, oh, God, Robert, are you serious? Get in here. I can just see it right now.
That's a no-brainer, man. He was one of the best.
I got to keep Wilkes as my DB coach, though.
Yeah. I was looking at some stats between the Seahawks and the Eagles.
Oh.
They don't look like a scary team. We're a very scary team because we have 3 games that we've blown out teams, which is the Steelers 30-7. We beat the Cowboys 42-10, and then the Jaguars 34-3. And then we also have 3 games that we won with double digits.
Yeah.
So that's 3 games with double digits, 3 games that we've blown them out.
Vegas has got to be low.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Eagles. They have 6 games that they won with single digits.
They escaped a few games. Did you watch those games?
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it.
No, but
narrow escapes.
They're barely getting through. And then the Seahawks, they have 4 games that they won with single digits. And I'm like, wait a minute, we've blown 3 teams out and we have 3 double-digit wins. How the hell are they the scary team?
And we beat some good teams.
So I'm not worried
Jaguars
about them.
Supposed to be good. Cowboys, somebody said they were supposed to be good. What's that third game we beat with double digits? Cowboys?
The double
Jags?
digits? No, the Cowboys, we've blown them out.
Yeah. What's that? When I say double
back
digits?
to it.
Yeah. Anyway, and the 6-3 Steelers. Now we beat them, and we beat them pretty solidly. Did they get 3 points or 6? They got 3 points.
Who, the
Steelers?
The Steelers?
Yeah.
No, we beat them. We beat them 30-7.
Oh, they did get 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Rams, that little tacky 3
But-
points they added to their score, they were going to get beat below 20 points. So, yeah. The 49ers, when they get ready to play defense, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, and the Ravens lost. Well, the Ravens they blown out the Browns in the first game, but this second game they lost.
Pissed them off.
By 3. So I don't know, man. I don't see anybody in our schedule that is as scary as us. So
no, I agree.
That's the thing that we need to look at. It's out of all the teams in the NFC, I think we're the scariest ones. And because when it comes to the playoffs, I don't think anybody wants to play us.
Especially in the first round. Can you imagine a team? 49ers always, ever since Shannon's been here, if we go to the playoffs, we're going to get to the end. If not to the Super Bowl, we're definitely going to NFC CG, right? So, yeah. If you're first on the 49ers
we'll definitely make the playoffs.
No need to.
We'll definitely make the playoffs. We just need to make it to the playoffs healthy.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that concerns me.
Bottom line, health is
Yeah.
always the problem.
But man, I'm so excited, so proud of the Niners to come back and to play as the way they did, and then with Chase Young just coming in, it just changed the vibe. Like, man, did you see we had 4 up front and we still stacked the quarterback 5 times. Come on, that is scary.
And that Cleveland Farrell, I mean, the quarterback was just completely confused. He ran right into Cleveland.
He didn't know where to go.
Cleveland just, come on, man. Wham! I said, oh, Jesus.
He didn't know where to go, man.
Oh, how frightening is that?
So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. And then not only that, when we play the Seahawks, we're going to have extra days to rest before we face the Eagles. So that's going to be even more scary for them.
Yes. We got to go, fam. I'm going to tell you what, I'll see you Friday. Bring that score with you. And let's laugh and talk about how we love playing the Bucs, and especially for the sake of the Buckeyes who are.
I just had to come up with them. I just had to come up with them stats to get us pumped up and more excited about the next couple of games. Because man, we're ready to take the whole freaking chart down.
All right, sir. I'll see you Friday.
All right. Good night, guys. Bye, Ronbo.
All right. And there's the head of the Dragon Clan, Papa. What?
Good morning.
Pop, it is early. Or it's late. Because somebody else Brian out in Memphis just said it was 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, Pop.
It is.
Now that you've waited for us at this point, you just go ahead and unload. I'm telling you right now, I can't wait to hear it.
Sorry, I missed you guys on Sunday. I passed out. I was
Damn
sick.
it. That's right. When those games are that early, we get the Bam and Boom show. Pop? Oh. Do we don't have another?
No,
we don't have another East Coast game until the Eagles.
Yeah, my long COVID had the flu, so I passed out.
Wait. Who had your lawn had COVID?
No, I said my long COVID.
Oh, your long COVID. And that's still hanging on. That's why they call it that, I guess. Oh, Pop.
Yeah.
I gotta get you.
Yeah. So yeah,
I can see
had,
that's
had the flu on top of that. So.
Oh.
Well, the game was well in hand, so I passed out. But on the football,
yeah, got bored. Pop got bored, and they made him go to sleep. Go ahead, Pop.
I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored. I was ecstatic, man, because I put my money on the 49ers.
Good
I
move.
didn't think Trent Williams was going to play.
Yeah, they made it.
So I thought the game was going to be close.
He wasn't ready to play. See, that's how good Trent Williams is. He's not fully healthy yet. And Trent was out there holding court and or should I say running a clinic on how to play that position.
Honestly, man, I thought my game ball was definitely going to go to Trent Williams.
Good move.
Trent Williams, Kyle Shanahan and Wilkes. You know, biggest difference I saw was on defense. He stopped having the defensive backs play so far off and had them play bump and run.
Yes.
He got rid of Oliver. I didn't
God.
even see Oliver. I think they hit his helmet.
Yeah.
You know, I think they
And
hit his
shoes.
pads.
Yeah.
They put him on the wrong flight. Oliver nowhere.
Hey, Coach, who's this? Isaiah. Hey, I'm over here in Baltimore. What am I going to do? Stay there. We'll be there in a couple of weeks.
No, he's been in Tampa. So yeah, Wilkes made. I mean, he made a good move there. You know, I don't think I think the whole coming down to the sideline. You know, I think that. No, I think that's a nothing burger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe a little overrated at least, but he was.
Well, I mean, I think it's a nothing burger, but obviously I don't think it hurt. Obviously, but
no, he's
not sure if that was like
made a play like that.
Oliver was the biggest thing, right? I mean, Oliver was giving up 100% completion rate.
Was he?
100%. Yes. 100% completion rate against Oliver. I've never heard anything like that.
I've never heard that either. The worst. Who was something? Dante Johnson wasn't that bad, and Dante used to worry me to death.
No. No, it's when you have a pass rush, you know, but if you play off, you know, that's just that gets
saves the quarterback.
A talented quarterback can eat that up, right? And look at the quarterback that they lost to. They lost to the Vikings. They lost to Joe Burrow. Yeah. You know, obviously, I'm still kind of hurting because he should be.
Those guys will cut you up like a surgeon if you give them the opportunity.
I know. It's like I've been pretty critical of Wilkes overall, especially during the 3-game losing streak, and rightfully so. But you know, he set the 49ers up to win with the pass rush, which is how this team was designed. So I think that was a huge deal. Got a lot of props to Kyle Shanahan because, you know, he pretty much coached pretty well that game, except when he was trying to get Christian McCaffrey a touchdown. Where you see there's this thing with Kyle Shanahan that's almost like a Madden player. He just keeps running the same crap. Keeps it. It's like, you know, all you had to do was, you know what, design a play. You design a play where you get Jennings down to like the 1 or the 2, and then you punch it in.
Yep.
He just kept trying to give the ball to McCaffrey over and over again, all over the place. Everybody knows the ball's going to McCaffrey.
Yes. That's not going to work.
Exactly. So he's lucky he didn't get hurt. Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get hurt. But besides that, you know, this is a really, really good game plan. Big props to Brock Purdy because, like I said, you know, he's not the most physically talented player I've ever seen when it comes to throwing the football. But man, that was a really, really good play that he got out to Kittle. You know, for that long touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's equivalent to like it's equivalent to like, you know, just I don't even know how to describe what I saw there because, like I said, he's got this thing where his feet are so quick that even if he's getting knocked off the ball, he can reset his feet really fast and flick it, get it out there.
He's got that kind of
crazy.
body build.
It's amazing
because he's not that small.
Yeah, he's got he's not. He's not small per se.
But he moves like a smaller man. To me, Brock Purdy moves like a smaller. Yeah. He's just a taller version of Kyler
He's quicker
Murray.
than he looks. Yeah, he's quicker. He's quicker than he looks. He's way quicker than he looks. Doesn't look he should be that quick and reset his feet that quick. But the game plan, you know, 10 passes to McCaffrey, that's how you do it. You don't just keep running McCaffrey up the middle.
Tackles?
Everyone knows it's coming.
He must be hearing it. Because everybody said, Kyle, you keep running in between them tackles like that.
But with the bye week, he probably got a chance to look at himself, and I think the coaching staff did a really good job making the adjustment. But it's quite clear moving forward, and I want everyone to hear this.
Right.
We can lose to the Bucks. If we can lose to the Vikings, if we can lose to the Browns,
no.
We can lose to the Bucks.
No.
We can lose.
Unless Isaiah Oliver plays, there's no reason for that.
Well, I'm just saying overall, as far as the coaching staff goes and the players, they got to bring their A game and they got to really utilize their depth. Adding Chase Young to the death was just a remarkable move. Are they going to win 9 straight games? No, they're not going to win out.
Okay, Pop. I'm going to hold you to that too. Pop, you said way back.
Yeah, no, we're not.
In week 11, that we're not going to win no 9 games. I can't wait to see it. If this happens, Pops, I can't wait to tell you. But you might be right.
You know what? And I'll eat that crow, Ronbo. I'll put some hot sauce on it.
I want you to have that pie there. I want that crow sitting there with his legs crossed on top of that crust, looking at you as you're eating.
So one game at a time, fam. Let's get serious. One game at a time.
Exactly.
Styles make fights. I think that Dallas is a problem for the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a problem for us. I think we're a big problem for Dallas. So, and then Detroit's a wild card. We just don't know. I think that
bookmark this. We gotta go. But yes, I fully agree.
All right.
And take care of that long COVID.
Yes.
Pop, I want you to get that immune system and work on it too while you're at it. Okay, we got to get you out of that. But I see.
Dude, man, what do you want me to say, man? Damn.
I want you to get up.
Stupid ass long COVID.
And jog around the house at least 25 or 30 times.
And jog around the house with long COVID. You just got to wait it out. You got to wait it out, man.
You'll win. All right, fam. Let me see you Friday.
18 months, dog. All right.
Oh. You be all right. Night, fam. Hey,
all right, Ronbo.
Tony's watching too. Tony.
Okay, but I'm going to hold you to that too. But you said, wait,
yeah, no, we're not.
We got a delay here. Tony!
You might be right. You know what? And I'll eat that throw around, bro. I'll put some hot sauce on it. I want to have that time. I want that close shit. We
gotta wait till he hears his name. I guess he's in that room.
Ronbo, good evening.
I just heard him. He just came in. Tony! Yes!
Good evening. How are you?
Tony, you got a speaker open somewhere. It's feeding back.
Yeah, let me turn this down. I got you on my computer too. That's how I know the Texas boy is blocking me.
Texas boy. Him and Ramelia, they're hostile. They're upset because their teams. Yeah, I mean they're hostile because their teams are sucking wind. I love it. See, this is why. Tony, this is what I'm talking about. When you build a team, okay, they succeeded. They went out, got a bunch of mercenaries, and they got to the Super Bowl. Okay, but you know what? Everybody can clearly see, and you're not going to see another team do that. You clearly see what you look like if you didn't win that Super Bowl. My God, what a disaster that would have been. Because now you spent all that money, the mercenaries left, and you didn't make it. And they were lucky to have done it. And now, as I say, you got to build a team for sustainability, so you give yourself more than one shot. Granted, you got it, but now what? It's going to take you a decade to rebuild, minimum. So, Stafford's not going to play but another year at the most, unless they can trade him sooner. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yep. They were nothing before. They got to a Super Bowl and lost. And before that, we spanked their ass in the wild card game the year after we went to the Super Bowl, beat them in their own house, hit them in the mouth.
See,
with Todd Gurley and golf and all that.
I was watching that game.
They were nothing before. They were nothing after.
I was laughing.
And they got lucky. They got lucky to get there because they shouldn't have beat you guys and they shouldn't have beat Cincinnati.
Yeah. Right? They finally got past the 49ers just because of the injury situation. They know damn well that they were not the better team. And they're running around still pounding their chest. You know what's going to happen? Tony, in 3 to 4 years, Rudy's going to continue to tell us about that year. That's why the 49ers, they have to win the Super Bowl this year to make him shut the hell up for the rest of his natural life. Oh, yes.
Texas boy, my computer's not old. I'm just
Texas boy, my computer's not old because I'm talking to Ronbo on my phone, but I'm also watching on my computer. You block me. That's why, because I can't see you on my phone. You block me like the coward that you are because you get mad every time your team loses and you hide. But guess what, Texas boy? And Ronbo, I've been saying this on the chat. It's over, Texas boy. It's over. Enjoy your win on Sunday against Carolina because after that, Washington Thanksgiving, lost. Seattle, lost. Detroit, lost. They're going to lose 6 straight.
Listen, Tony, if the Panthers are starting to get a little better, every week they're getting beat.
Yeah, they are.
But they're getting beat in the fourth quarter. That's the sign that they're making progress. If they don't have to win this weekend, but if they make that game close, oh my goodness. People are going to be talking about the Cowboys. Oh, man, it ain't going to be nothing nice.
Thanksgiving. Remember what I said? Washington going to beat them Thanksgiving.
Probably.
They play next Thursday. Washington going to beat them. Washington got weapons, and Washington got a defense. But to piggyback on a couple other things, Ronbo, Philly is on a bye. Philly's going to lose to Kansas City, and Philly's going to lose to y'all. They're going to lose 2 out of their next 3 after they come off the bye.
You know.
And guess what? Philly going to be mad. And guess what they face after they
Dallas.
lose to you guys? Yes. And they're going to take it out on them. And at that time, when they play Dallas is already going to be the lost 2 in a row.
Because, hey, you make a good point. You know why? Because Dallas is probably thinking we should have won that game like they do all the time. But the thing is, they actually should have won that game against the Eagles. They made a couple of boneheaded moves. CD, I don't know what CD was doing at the goal line, but yeah, they'll probably. That's going to be a funny game. The Eagles are probably going to beat them next time too, because they'll probably think, you know what, they got to stop fooling around with the Cowboys. We got to do something different.
Exactly,
so.
Especially because they play Kansas City at Kansas City when they come up on Monday night.
Oh,
I
they
think
got to
Kansas
play
City
at KC.
On Monday night, they're going to lose that. They're going to lose that. So, Ronbo, ask me one question. I'm going to respond to Texas Boy's comment later. Seattle's at the Rams this week, and I know the Rams beat them week 1.
Yeah.
I'm nervous because our game, that's why I was nervous about our game against Arizona, is 1.5. It's just Seattle -1. Seattle's better than 1 point favorite, better than the Rams?
Oh, no, maybe not, because one thing about the Hawks.
Obviously, Vegas don't think so.
Yeah, because the Hawks, who did they just beat? Wasn't that the Command? Who did they just beat last weekend?
Yeah, they beat Washington, but they didn't beat them by the 6.5. They beat them by 3 points.
No, they had to hold on to win that game. I was watching that.
Yeah.
And the Commanders made me mad.
They had to hold on. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they've been doing that all season. The Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams were.
I know.
Did Stafford play that first game? Yeah, he started the season off. Yeah, and that's when Rudy was talking about Nakua should be in the Pro Bowl. After that first 2 or 3 weeks.
I just find it kind of strange because I thought Seattle was like it'd be -4.5, at least 4.5. They got them in -1. I'm like, I'm like, stay away from that game.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on. Yeah, you know what? If anybody's betting on that game, don't do it because neither team is predictable.
It can go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it's coming, Texas boy. The losses are coming. Enjoy Sunday because that's gonna be the last loss win y'all see for a long time. Y'all play nothing but good teams. I consider Washington a halfway decent good team. They got Washington, Seattle, Philly, at Miami, at Buffalo. Buffalo's gonna beat them, and then they play Detroit.
But you know what about Buffalo? It depends on how Buffalo's feeling that day. Tony, I have a feeling that there's some ill feelings running around that locker room right now. Stephon Gilmore does not seem like the kind of guy. All those diva kind of receivers, they start to get that chatter going, and there's going to be some sour feelings around that room. So even though he made up last year over the season, Stephon came into the season not happy, and here we go.
His brother made a comment last night too, Ronbo. His brother made a comment.
What did he say?
On Twitter talking about get out of there.
Get out of there. Yeah, that was it.
That's immaturity, Ronbo.
That's
so. I still think Buffalo's going to play hard.
They
still got talent.
They need a coach to run that team, though. McDermott's a defensive coach, isn't he?
Yeah. You know, they fired the offensive coordinator, I forgot his name, the former quarterback of the Miami Hurricanes, making him the scapegoat. It's not his fault they lost that game last night.
Just like Dallas.
Quarterback threw him the picks.
Dallas got rid of their offensive coordinator last year, and McCarthy put himself in the hot seat by making himself the offensive coordinator. Now, if things go south between now and the end of the season for Dallas, like you're saying, now who's going to get fired? If I'm Jerry, now you suggested that I let go of Kellen. Now I think I'm gonna have to make another decision, and you understand that it's all a business, nothing personal. But I've got to let you go. You know, I can just see Jerry now having that talk with him. Because come on, Jerry thinks he's gonna die anytime.
And see, Texas boy just made my point. Yeah, y'all are 12-0 at home. Y'all last 12 games. That's why y'all are due, Texas boy. Seattle's gonna come in and beat you. Philly's gonna come in and beat you. Then a few weeks later, Detroit's going to come in and beat you. And then you're going to go to Buffalo. You're going to go to Miami, and they're going to smoke you.
Detroit's no joke, man.
Then what?
You know, Detroit's got that chemistry, and they're building confidence in there. You know what else about Detroit Lions? That coach.
Their defensive line's playing well, too, which they wasn't last year.
And they got that dude they just drafted 2 years ago. That coach.
Detroit is everybody.
we got to go, fam. Hey, I tell you what I'm gonna do. Hey, who you playing this weekend? And bad news about
we're on the bye. We're on the bye, and the Aints are on the bye, and we play them next week in Atlanta.
You go get them, Tony. It's time for you guys to stop this. You got your team. Team's too good to be losing like they're losing. I don't understand it. Losing to the Cardinals.
Yeah, hopefully we'll figure it out. And Arthur Blank, the owner, already said that Arthur Smith is going to be the coach. Yep. He's going to be the coach through next season, Ronbo. So he ain't going nowhere. The fans are mad, but I just hope he figured it out because we do have a lot of talent. And in the game on Sunday, and I said this in my I was in a Falcons chat. Clark Phillips, our 4th-round pick, who was the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year last year, he balled out. He started his first game in Nickelback. He balled out in that Arizona game. Played well.
Pieces are in pace.
So there's a bright spot there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Tony. I'll look for you. I'll look for you Sunday anyway. Friday, for that matter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be there.
All right.
Ramonia, the Rams are ass. Texas boy, the end is near. The end is coming near. We're going to start singing My Way because the end is near, Texas boy. It's going to happen. Y'all going to lose a lot of games. I'll see you Sunday. Ronbo,
looking forward to Friday.
Congratulations on the Ohio State connection. I saw a meeting at the quarterback, and you forgot, Ronbo, Cleveland Farrell and Trevor Lawrence were teammates at Clemson.
Oh.
That's probably why he didn't hit him too hard when he sacked him.
Oh.
National championship teams.
No. All right.
Yep.
All right, Tony. I tell you what, we'll see. All right, Tony. See you Friday.
Yep. Master Baker Mayfield, get ready because you're gonna get hit
hard.
I'll see you Sunday.
All right. Night, Tony. Hey, Steven in Rome, come on in. Or as they told Coach Wilkes, come on down. Serge has got me going on that. I'm not going to stop that now. I can see.
Hey, him being down as a field with everybody else, I don't know. It created something special for that defense because we hadn't seen that side of the defense since the Cowboys. Let's be real.
I know. But he was up in the booth. He was up in the box that day.
So what the problem is that I don't know, man. Something about the coach, because you can tell, they were aggressive against the Cowboys. But I think that was just because, it's a rivalry, It's our rivalry. That's our arch enemy. That's something that has been brewing since the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Hey, wifey's got you washing dishes,
in the 80s. Oh,
yeah. Don't you love when that happens?
Yeah, she's putting Roman to sleep right now. He's too heavy. He's too hyper, so I told her, I'll take care of the dishes as you.
Oh, what a good guy. All right, good for you. All right. But go ahead. I was just laughing because I heard this. I know exactly what's going on. I go through that all the time myself. I keep asking for disposable cooking and eating wear, but I can't get it.
I'll say this, man. This water is hot. Like, we got a new water heater, and goddamn. But
women want every last germ killed.
No, I mean,
she sets it, didn't she?
Oh yeah. Well, I also need my hands to work, so if I burn my hands hard enough,
just keep fingers out.
I'll be out of a job.
Got to move quick. It's good for your reflexes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. If I play baseball or hockey, oh man, I'd be the best goddamn goalie or catcher ever. They're never gonna get one by me. And man, now I don't know something about if you look at this week's defense. You could say, oh, it could be Chase Young, it could be Steve Wilkes coming down. But I mean, if you compare the two defenses between the Cowboys versus Jacksonville's game, I mean, they're kind of similar, but they're also very different in their own way. That middle at the Dallas game, man, that was lethal. But on that Sunday game, I think all cylinders were kind of firing off at the same time, which was nice because, you kind of got to see Fred do good, Dre do good, Cleveland Farrell do good, and you also got to see, obviously, Nick Bosa and Chase Young meeting in the middle for that pincer attack. That was beautiful. That was pure poetry in motion. I mean, you're not going to get that
at the same exact time. Trevor must have been hearing that sound.
And the worst part is, Ronbo, here's the worst part. If Wilkes keeps on that wide 9 play scheme, there's no stopping because you got Hargrave, you got Nick, you've got Chase. It's unfair. I've said it from the beginning. If the Niners got Chase Young on the opposite end of Nick Bosa, it's unfair. The only way you could really stop Chase is by pulling his fucking hair. And there's a picture of that already circulated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Steven, I just realized something. Chase wasn't in a wide 9. Let him get used to this. They're not playing that in Washington. He was good this weekend, but not as good as he's going to get. We're going to find out more, though. We'll see.
We're going to find more out just because, you got Javon Hargrave, who's a goddamn bowling ball, a human bowling ball, might I add. He needs that extra help because he's not really the fastest, but I guarantee you he will get through you 100%.
Oh, yeah. That's a big
And if he doesn't get through you, Nick or Chase will.
Yeah. I mean, he is big and fast. Man.
And then I'm hearing someone's going to get started at permanent right guard. I think it's Jalen Moore. So that's kind of nice.
You mean right tackle?
Yeah, right tackle.
Yeah, because McKivitz is out.
So
because Moore, not Moore, but Burford had a pretty good game again. Burford's actually growing in spurts. But I tell you what, Steve.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm concerned about what's his name, Feliciano. John did a good job. I guess. Well, you know what? We need him to stand by. Don't get hurt. If anybody gets hurt, I'll feel good with him coming in the game. He's like Brunskill on speed.
Oh yeah, because he's got that experience.
Yeah.
He's got that experience. Feliciano has that experience. So I trust him. I trust him more than most of our offensive linemen, to be honest. But we need them all around. But we need everybody.
Yeah.
And if for some unfortunate reason we don't make it to the Super Bowl, which I'm hoping we do this year, this has got to be our year. This is make it or break it. So be it. Maybe Brock Purdy fucks up, or Kyle Shanahan forgets his name again.
It's about healthy. We got to stay healthy.
It happens a little too often.
Yeah, we got this team's got to stay healthy.
Well, regardless if we stay healthy, Ronbo,
they'll win.
Well, regardless if we stay healthy or not, it's all about play calling.
Well, it's true. But the thing is, this team's so talented. As long as I didn't know Isaiah Oliver was that big of a deal, moving him out made all the difference in the world in that defense. If that team stays healthy, there is no team that can beat the 49ers. I'm not just saying that because I'm a 49er fan.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm looking at other teams. There's not a team built like that with those kind of pieces. We have a couple of guys that are a little bit weak.
No, and you know
have
what?
2 or 3 people that are weak at minimum.
And you know what the crazy part is, Ronbo, is that it's not like, oh, we just so happen to get lucky with all the talent. Some of it is kind of like that, but it's mainly just chemistry. It's years and years of 49ers refining that defense. I mean, we're talking back in the day since Michael Singletary was our head coach. This is That has been the blueprint scheme since he was head coach.
Continuity has been building with Shanahan as
So-
well. Now you have a nucleus, and it's solid. That defense is just ridiculous. We've got more talent over there now. My God.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't go all the way, but if for some weird, strange, divine intervention reason,
No, there's
like
always
we
a
always do.
Stars have to be lined up exactly right.
But
winning the Super Bowl is just, that's why
Let me-
when you see the Rams and he's like, you guys have won a Super Bowl. They didn't win a Super Bowl in damn selves for how long? And now they think, everybody should win a Super Bowl every year. Well, yeah, how come you guys haven't?
yeah, exactly. Like, why didn't you guys win a Super Bowl the next year? Oh, that's right.
And
All
one of
your
them's got
hired
one
talent's
Super
gone,
Bowl in
man.
entire franchise history. The other one took 60 years to win 2, and yet they want to stand around throwing rocks and living in a glass house. Unreal.
Well, the worst part is too, Ronbo, is that like they thought because the only time I've ever seen the 49ers really go crazy in vitality, I mean, even then that's still kind of a stretch, was when we went to the Super Bowl in '94 and kicked the shit, I think, out of who was it that year? The Chargers, or was it the?
Was it all?
I can't remember. Oh,
94 Super
there he
Bowl.
goes.
That's Rome. Rome's out on his feet. He's on his feet.
Yeah, that's Rome.
Here he comes. Look out, Steve. Yeah, no, you know what? That was
Yeah, he's in the kitchen with mom
before
and
the
dad.
salary cap thing started, right? And, the
Yeah,
49ers
when we hired
were-
Dion.
God, they were stacked. Oh,
100%. Ronnie Lott. You had Jerry Rice. You had, you had Dion. I mean, you had literally the best of both worlds on defense and offense. You had this powerhouse safety. You had this powerhouse corners. You had these powerhouse receivers,
Everything
these
was
tight ends,
everything.
and a running back. A
And the
left-handed running back that could run.
And the Cowboys were trying to build their team to beat who? 49ers, like everybody else. Steve, we gotta go though.
Yeah.
I'll look for you Friday and bring that score or the WL.
You know me. I don't do scores,
do
but I
numbers.
do wins or losses. So
Well, I got a feeling what you're
I
gonna
can't.
put down this
I
week.
do win.
Yeah. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
but I'll see you Friday. You can elaborate on why you think we're gonna win then. All right?
Okay. All right, Ronbo. You have a good night.
You too, Steve. And Rome. I guess people should actually go to bed. Okay. Well, bam. Anyway, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see you Friday. Please hit subscribe before you go. Don't leave without hitting subscribe. We want to make you a part of the family. And thanks for contributions tonight, fam. Always appreciate it. And I'll see you Friday. Bring that score. And there's people in the chat that are concerned. We need to humble up. Don't be assuming anything. As Pop says, you can lose to a team like Tampa Bay. You can. But I think the 49ers are pumped up now. I think it'll be tough to beat the 49ers now. If nobody's hurt, wow. Meanwhile, fam, see you Friday. I know.